Welcome back to the IDP Lounge. I am your host at Joey the Tooth IDP, joined by my two co-hosts to my left and to my right. We have at Nate Cheat and at Hollywood Titan. How you doing, fellas?
What up?
Good.
What's going on, Joey?
And we are joined today by a couple of fun-loving guests, I'm sure. We have bottom left of the screen. We have Christopher Pinto at Aggie Kappa Sig. Right below me, we have Gabe at FF Puff Daddy, also part of Fantasy in Session. Bottom right, we have Rumboys Robbie of Rumboys Net. How you doing, fellas?
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Shout out to the IDP Lounge crew. Dilly dilly.
Oh shit! Damn, you gotta warn me when that's happening.
I love that when I say that, the whole industry just knows. Like, that means
it's like, oh yeah.
Like the fact that
pretty soon.
It's like the old man show, sticky saki.
That's right.
Yep. Let's go.
Joey, you ever go to East Side Restaurant here?
Oh
in
yeah.
Britain?
Oh yeah.
They do that.
I know.
And I didn't know that was from the man
have,
show.
I have one of the glass glasses. Like it's a
Das
boot,
Boot.
it's a glass.
Das Boot, yeah.
Yep. Put it in a twist. And
Yeah, you got to twist. You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
twist, bro.
It's
Hey,
a great restaurant.
I've seen many of men fall onto the hill of shame at Oktoberfest because they don't know how to twist Das Boot.
The only reason I know that is because of the movie Beer Fest.
No.
You ever seen that movie?
Such a classic.
Course.
Yeah.
That's
So
Classic.
good.
Yeah.
Classic.
So good. It's like twist. I remember I tried doing it the first time, spilled beer all over my face.
I also love beer.
I've done that many times. Many shirts have been spilled on in the middle of a party for that.
Oh yeah.
Robbie,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say was you got to do it at Canton. I bet you do it at draft night out. The whole place will just
erupt. Just
silent.
You should. If you've got a boot, you should definitely do it.
We might see if we can swing this.
I could
This
probably
might
send
happen.
mine. I could probably send mine to Nate. You can meet up with him at the table.
Bro, I mean, let me know. Like, I I'll do it. What up, Chris? Dilly
What
dilly,
up?
bro.
What's up, Chris?
Here.
Well, I brought you boys on here today because all three of you have some nice charity tournaments you have going on, and I've been interacting with you guys for quite some time now. Fantasy in Sessions, actually, I've been a part of a retweet group with them. Probably the longest lasting one I've been a part of outside of the IDP guys one, our writers
For
one.
sure.
So why don't we start with you? Why don't you tell us what you got going on with one of your tournaments?
Oh man. First of all, thank y'all for having me on the show. Shout out to my co-host, man. They probably somewhere playing Call of Duty while I'm working, but you know how that goes.
No, Javar's healing up that damn leg.
Also playing Call of Duty. Hey, first of all, let's talk about Javar. Javar is a 31-year-old man, right? He goes to the University of Alabama. He's trying to get his doctorate or whatever. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is he's playing basketball with young men, and he tells us that he was just standing still playing regular defense. He tore his Achilles. I think somebody put something crazy move on him. He thought his body was going to react the way it didn't. His Achilles popped. The next thing you know, he's in the boot. That's what happened with the boot. But anyway, that's Javar in a nutshell. He's still
So somebody literally broke his ankles.
Exactly. They stayed in place.
Yeah, so he literally broke his ankle.
He said they not. I said it's time to give it up, bro. That's a young man's sport.
It's like, sorry, man, you got shook. You got literally shook out of your shoes.
Oh man, I said, how does it feel to break your Achilles? Like you ruptured your Achilles, and you are a marine biologist or whatever your job is.
Your hips move faster than your feet, man.
Bro, hey, what makes it funny from my standpoint, why I'm cracking up, because I wake up after everyone else because I'm on the West Coast, bro. And I see the damn message, they're just going in. I'm like, oh gosh.
Wait, even funnier. So I'm on the phone. Actually, we're talking about the expo, trying to get our whatever the room or whatever it was, and I'm on the phone with him, and what's the UPS, whoever comes delivers the box, and it's the shoes. It's Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
he's literally losing his fucking mind. Can I cuss on here?
Oh, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
All right, so he's literally losing his fucking mind. Like he's going about his doctor. Oh man, I got the KDs. I'm about to go to the gym and hoop. And literally 30 minutes after that, he ruptured his Achilles. So that's a note to you children.
See,
Don't
he
go
had too
out
much
there.
ankle support. He should have got himself some low tops.
Oh my God, he broke. That's so crazy. He ruptured his Achilles. But anyway, man,
in a pair of KDs.
in a pair of KDs. I really want to know the look on his face when he knew it happened. Like, I want to know like what was going through his mind.
I'd like to catch a slow-mo as it happened, as he's going down. Just
oh my god! If you could see his face too, like Javar's already funny. So like just him rupturing his Achilles in a pickup basketball game in a recreational center park.
it's probably just.
That's hilarious. I hope he's listening to this. But anyway,
I really do too.
Session takeover. This our second year. Session takeover 2. It's a charity tournament we put together basically to bring acknowledgement or bring light to. Well, last year we had the big George Floyd thing and all of the Black Lives Matter movement going on, and so while all that was happening, we was like, man, we got to figure out a way to impact it. I'm not, if you go out there in March, but we had to do something. And so we just basically was sitting down one day, didn't get in the Scott Fish Bowls. Like, damn, we need to get in. Like, I want to be in the tournament. And so it was like, how can we combine these two? And, basically a lot of people, they might not even know about what's really going on. So just even if they just stroll on the timeline and they read like, oh man, this is going on, even if it like triggers something in your brain, we think we're doing something. Last year we was able to raise like $600 to the National Black Children Development Institute, and
nice.
This year we already over like 1,000. You know what I'm saying? This year it got a lot bigger. So shout out to everybody out there.
Nice.
I think we're gonna be able to give away like at least $300 to $400 for first place, something like that is looking like. So if any of y'all has got any, y'all more than welcome.
So I'll just give you my direct deposit then.
That's too bad.
I'm already in the league, so they already got enough problems to deal with. There's enough on their hands.
We want to we wanted to give people like just regular everyday fantasy players also a way to play with these big fantasy analysts. We have a couple big names in there. Marcus Grant from NFL Network. I'm not good with the names, so I'm not gonna butcher them. But we got people from PFF, Fantasy Pros. All your big buzzword fantasy shows. I
think a guy from IDP guys too, right?
Yeah. I think I saw him in there somewhere. Joe Pisapia from the Fantasy Pros.
They got the
yeah. So if y'all haven't got into it, we still got a couple spots left. It's not really locked in until you get your payment in. So I'm keep it on the low. Don't tell nobody. But we probably gonna have to expand it. So we probably have to end up making two more leagues. So
nice.
I mean, shout out to everybody out there that just supporting us, and thank y'all for coming out. I mean, not coming out, but thank y'all for letting me come on y'all show. Put my word out there. And yeah, man, we're just trying to.
Well, that's the thing, like. Our community, like the fantasy football community, it blows my mind how charitable everybody is. Like the amount of tournaments that have come out and the amount of people that join every single one. Like we started, we did the IDP Invitational last year. It was our first year. It was for Autism Speaks, and we raised $2,000 last year for Autism Speaks, and it was like
it's crazy.
It's just mind blowing. It's like, all right, it's a free league, but please donate if you would. And then it was just amazing the amount of support that came through. It's like, holy cow, man. And then you see with the Scott Fish Bowl and all that. And then all these tournaments are showing up, and it's like, it's so great to see.
It's really just fantasy addicts at work.
For real, because think about it. I'm already gonna blow this money. I'm already gonna gamble. I might as well do something like good with it.
Exactly.
Like who said the gambling community couldn't be so generous?
It's like, well, if I'm gonna lose my money, let me put it somewhere where it matters, I guess.
Legalize this shit nationwide, damn it. Look, we out here making changes, okay?
That's right. That's cool. All right, so Robbie, you got one. I know I'm with you guys that run boys too. I got a couple articles with you guys that helped you out with a little editing. Why don't you tell me what you guys got going on over there?
So right now, we're in the middle of drafting the Philanthropy Throwdown. 12 different analysts, all representing a passion project, a cause of their own. So everything ranging from Black Lives Matter being represented in there. Shout out to the homie Javar, who representing the Fantasy and Session Boys. He's in the Philanthropy Throwdown. We got Autism Speaks, No Kid Hungry. I'm battling it out for the Hayden Hurst Foundation, to help support mental health initiatives. So I mean, everybody's just out there representing their passion projects in that league. You're going to be seeing a lot of content surrounding that league, different guests throughout the season on the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. So I mean, whenever you hear us talking about it, and if you hear a project that you align with and that hits home for you, feel free to hop in and donate. We still have 4 more charity leagues that need to be fulfilled. We just got done. We're just about done filling up all of our cash leagues, but we're going to fill up the rest of our charity leagues, and then we're going to have 3 leagues all as well for just educational purposes for new fantasy football players, for the young fantasy football player that's just never touched it before.
Yeah, man.
So that's what we're doing in terms of our fantasy football being charitable. Also, stick it to tradition, and then with the cash and everything, and then also being educational at the same time.
Yeah, get more people involved, man. Some people are just afraid to actually make that leap and actually try out, like Dynasty for one. Everybody wants to do a redraft. It's like, just give it a shot. Just open up. We've opened up a bunch of free leagues ourselves and just tell people, hey, you want to play IDP? Come play IDP. It's not going to cost you anything.
Yep.
You have any questions? We're not going to say, no, you're in a league with me. I'm not going to
answer your questions. Yeah.
Sign me up then, because I've never played it before, and I
really quick.
So,
I just want to say, for those of y'all out there that do that, what are you doing? You create content. They're gonna watch and find out what you think anyway.
Right, exactly.
The fuck? Just answer their question.
So, Gabe, if you want to try out IDP for free, do our best ball. We have a best ball tournament on Fantrax IDP guys. So fantrax.com/IDP guys, right there at the bottom.
There.
So if you go there,
Fantrax, draft right out, dilly.
Yeah, it's a DFS style IDP and offense best ball. So you go in, you just set up a lineup with they all have their own values and everything. Just set up a lineup and go best ball. Do y'all
have any non-best ball ones though? I would do that, but I wouldn't do. Do y'all have any non-best ball? I really like I know best ball is a new craze right now, but I really like the aesthetics of like setting my lineup.
Yeah. Oh, I'll create some leagues. I can do that. I can definitely create some leagues.
I like the non-aesthetics.
35 of them, but
yeah, nobody.
Pinto, I'm sitting here. I'm thinking to myself, I'm in like 30 plus leagues. That's way too many. And I'm talking to Chris over here, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm in like 90 leagues." I'm like, "What's wrong with you,
that's
man?
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
Crazy."
Hey, Chris.
I was like,
I'm different.
That's different.
Has it ever bit you though?
Different.
Has it ever bit you?
Different.
Has it ever bit me?
Yeah.
You ever missed a lineup or anything?
Like a vampire? Because I'm in some vampire leagues too. The vampire has bit me before. It's not good.
I like that play on. That was comedy right there. For those that didn't catch that was a good joke.
It was
solid.
That's solid.
I'm kind of dry. It's all right.
I got bit last year. I was just saying because I got bit last year. I left Sam Darnold in my starting lineup with Tom Brady on the bench in the semifinals.
I will say it has happened to me. I used to do like the Sunday morning lineup start and sits like right up to the kickoff, and God, man, like I got to get like the
whole time you're like this
or something like that. Yeah, like I'm looking and someone's asking me like, "Ooh, should I start him over him?" I'm like, wait a second, why would you do that? Well, he's not playing today. Hold on, live.
Pinto's teaching the kids right now how to start setting lineups.
And they're telling me it. I'm like, oh, you're watching. Thank you.
It's like, oh, I appreciate that. 1 second. Hold on. I got to get
Joey,
that going in 10
Robbie,
leagues.
real quick. Before this leaves my head, both of you, real quick, I haven't talked too much. Normally I do, but everyone who's watching, you got to follow these guys. You got to watch their stuff. You got to read their stuff. Reading the content is key. Your heart and soul when you're a content creator goes into these articles, and not a lot of people read them. Go ahead and read them, guys, because there's so many good nuggets in there. Like if y'all listen to the beginning of the show, you heard Joey and Robbie both mention 2 different things that I'm going to touch on by 2 great guys. Robbie was talking about education, and Joey was talking about change, essentially. John F. Kennedy said, change is the law of life. And those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. So, Joey, you're smart, man. Robbie, obviously, you're the admiral. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. That's Nelson Mandela. Hopefully, people will start. I don't want to tie this in later. It'll be like a joke later. So I'll tie it in later. Just come back to me.
Holy shit! Are you getting your doctorate too?
Hey, hey, Chris is a smart motherfucker, man. Let me tell you. Hey, and really quick, so Chris and his whole staff over at the Fantasy First Rounders, check them out Wednesday nights over on the network. Bro, they all are like that. So they all like I'll get texts from Billy randomly, and I'm surprised I didn't get one today when I announced another cash league. He'll be like, "I'm in." I'm like, "Bro, like, are you sure?" Like,
Billy's trying to catch up to me.
yeah, I'm like, you're he at this point, he just, you know how you go to the bar that your routine at, and you just have a fucking tab as soon as you walk in the bitch. Like, they don't even ask for your fucking card anymore. Like, they just know who you are. That's Billy at this point. When I'm like, yeah, sure, man, hop in, just fucking send the dues, dude.
Here's the link.
Yep, here. Like, I don't even give fuck pay anymore. Like just like, gosh, like, dude, hey, the fantasy first rounders, that's their brand. They don't. Yeah.
Come check us out.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, man.
Come check us out.
we'll get to you, Pinto, right now. So I myself, I'm a first time father. My daughter's a year and 4 months old.
Girl dad.
So the charity you have going, it's St. Jude's, right?
Yes,
that's what I donated to for the Scott Fish Bowl this year. It's because I was like, he told everybody pick your own charities. So I went with the Scott Fish Bowl. I went with the St. Jude for Scott Fish Bowl, and that's what your charity is, correct?
That is correct. So, were y'all hearing that reverb, or is it just me?
I am hearing it.
Yeah.
I caught it in the left headphone.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So yeah. So last year, me and my guys, Fantasy First Rounders, we were called a different name last year, but now we're part of the Run Boys Network. You know, change is good. Change is life. So we did go to St. Jude. That was who we partnered with last year. It's a great cause. Ryan and I had done some work with them in college. So that was just one of our passions. Always kids, like you mentioned, man, like kids are so innocent. There's nothing more pure than a child. So like for them to be suffering and things like that, especially with their parents, like you said, being a dad and all the other parents out there, you just know, like, it doesn't matter what happens to your child. If they fall, if they, something, as soon as they start crying, you feel a million times worse. So my heart goes out to the parents of these children that, obviously they essentially feel like they can't do too much. Right. Yeah. And we want to help a little bit. Every little bit counts. So last year we started 12 divisions, 144 people. We did $20 entry fee. $10 goes straight to St. Jude. $10 goes into the prize pool because we're a little bit gritty, right? Not all goes to charity, but you can always donate more, right? But we want the winner to have something tangible, right?
Yeah.
So last year we decided
and hold.
Do what?
Something they can touch and hold. Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah. So last year we partnered with Trophy Smack. Matt Walsh is amazing. He donated this awesome trophy for Rusty Meyer, who won. So they'll be doing that again this year. Nice. Rusty will be defending his title. He took home over $1,200 last year, and then we donated over $1,500 to St. Jude. This year we're already hitting that mark. So we don't want to give away too much, but this year is going to be bigger. We're going to be crossing that 200 participant threshold here pretty soon in the next couple of days. So that being said, the grand prize will obviously increase. So like I mentioned to Joey in our chat earlier, all you guys, thank you for having me on. Y'all are all invited to the St. Jude Bowl. No charge to you guys. I just want y'all to participate, get in there, share out the content. What we do a little bit different is at the beginning of our podcast, we do host like a 30-minute segment, 20-minute segment of just the rundown. This was prior to Sleeper doing this. So you're welcome, Sleeper, for their little weekly things, right? So we were doing that. Man, I'm going off a tangent. Sorry. I've had a long day, guys. We were just at the Bradford Farmers Park. Got just a lot of things going on. But
how was the park, by the way, real quick? Was it nice?
Oh man, it was amazing. I mean, it was fun. Daughter had fun. There was a lot of activities, inflatables, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. So it was just really hot here in Texas. So that's about it.
Bro, I feel that out here in Colorado, man. I live closer to the motherfucking sun.
Man, why I thought Connecticut today was like 75 degrees. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful out.
It was beautiful here in CT.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I'll challenge all of y'all with our humidity down here in Tennessee.
No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
You're like walking through a swamp. Ain't no one wants
sweaty Hollywood over there. Nobody wants sweaty Hollywood.
I went to training camp today. Hot as ball sack.
How was that?
Yeah, that's
hot as devil's ball sack.
He's like, I couldn't even pay attention.
No.
He's like, I want to look at cow piss, but I just had sweat.
He's like, I was looking for towels the whole time.
Cow piss is big as shit. One.
Oh yeah.
Let that be known. Like,
how
he's
big
a
is
monster.
he? 6'6",
6'2",
shit.
Hey, remember that South Park episode where he
Yes,
fucking shit up a giant's hair like the giant carrot? That's what I just
That's Kyle Pitts.
That's Kyle
Monster.
Spin it
They
up.
lined him up outside, inside, on the line. He was everywhere. Hey, so I was not really all in on the Kyle Pitts because RP Julio and the rest of my jerseys in my closet. But you know, but hey man, if he's a generational talent, how they want him to be, you know, that'd be pretty cool. Also, another thing that I did see was Quadre Olison. I don't know if he's gonna be like a fantasy thing, but he was getting a lot of first rep burns. He was out there. They also put Cordell Patterson in there, which strengthens my point of Mike Davis is not going to be this bell cow that everybody think he is going to be. I'm not on the Mike Davis train.
It's going to be a huge community.
I mean, we all know Arthur Smith wants to run the ball. He is just like a run first mentality. So where are they going to get all these reps from? Mike Davis never had over 158 reps in the season. So where's it all coming from?
Bro,
Right.
We saw him burn out last year when he took over as the CMC. I don't understand. Like he had those 2 games against the Falcons at the end of the year, but everybody does that, and I feel like people like forgot about that. He was like cool the first couple 4 or 5 games, then he fucking burnt out. Then he played the Falcons, bounced back, played the Falcons again, bounced back, and now it's like, oh man, Mike Davis had a good year. I mean,
he had volume at the end of the year, but he wasn't efficient by any means. Like he was good for fantasy numbers, but efficiency wise, like he proved that he can't handle a full-time role.
I don't know, man. I'm still riding the Mike Davis hype. I'm beating that drum. I don't give a fuck.
Robbie's gonna have a great season. Robbie's gonna be like,
yep. I'm like,
Robbie's gonna be right now. I mentioned that he's in a lot of leagues with Billy right now. Billy's like me, man. He's gonna gobble up every first string running back that's gonna get over 220 touches and leave you with these guys. So you gotta like him at some point.
No, it's not even that. It's not even just that. Like I've just when I'm a fan, I'm a fan.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm a Niners fan, so I saw what he did with San Francisco, and I was just like, all right.
Cordell Patterson was even getting burned out, dude. That's sick.
I saw a clip of that actually. He had a nice little run inside.
Gross.
Dude, I wouldn't mind seeing him split out wide a couple of times too. I don't know.
No,
I wouldn't mind him not.
He's got fucking wheels, man.
No,
I wouldn't mind him not being on the
He's going to
Falcons.
be a Swiss Army.
Yeah, I would mind him not fucking no.
I wouldn't mind
The
that.
good news is we're gonna get to see what he's gonna do because that defense is pretty atrocious.
Ooh,
Hey, they look good out there.
Is fucking ill.
That's camp.
We got
Dan-
Dan Pease, you know, Hall of Fame defensive coordinator. He had what 3, 4, 5 top 5 defenses. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Deion Jones.
Deion
Deion Jones, not bad. You're right.
Deion
You're
Jones
right.
is my man.
Gary Jarrett is the first name that should have
Where's
came
he
up.
at?
Grady Jarrett.
Grady
Grady
Jarrett.
Jarrett is a
Jarrett.
beast in the middle.
But
He's super
why-
underrated.
Why are we really trying to hype up the fucking
AJ
Falcons
Terrell.
defense right now?
I don't know.
We're actually trying to figure out who's actually
because our
good on
buddy
it.
over here is a Falcons fan. You know, I don't want to just dog on him the entire
AJ
show.
Terrell, he's good.
Fun.
AJ
He's good.
Terrell, Marlon Davidson coming on his second year. He's supposed to be pretty good. He was second round pick from Auburn last year.
Yeah. Is he going to play inside or on the edge? Because I know he was.
They had him out there playing inside with Grady Jarrett. I saw him out there.
I think that's a good
Grady
move.
Jarrett. Also, they had Foye Olakun. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah.
Sorry for butchering it.
Yeah.
Foye Olakun.
Yeah.
Foye
Yeah.
Olakun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's good.
He's pretty good. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he did good in fantasy last year because he was making
Yeah.
all the plays for the Falcons.
Yeah, he's a tackle machine.
Yeah, for sure.
They had Deion Jones. He was the playmaker, and then Foy was the
Now,
tackle
Deion
machine.
Jones is the person that gets ran up the yard 3 times every 3 yards every time he tries to make the tackle because he's too small to play middle linebacker. That's Deion Jones.
Really?
Yes, for sure. He needs to play on the outside. He's too small.
Man, I love Deion.
I love Deion.
Robbie,
I
about
love
to talk
Deion.
about what's his name, Robbie? Your middle linebacker from back in the day, the Washington linebacker, Collins, Landell
London Fletcher.
London Fletcher. There we go. Everyone's
London
saying
Fletcher
you're too
never
small, right?
Yeah, bro, but London Fletcher had just as damn good of stats as fucking Ray Lewis. The only difference is that he
Hold
didn't
on,
get all the clout.
real
He didn't
quick.
get all the clout and representation because he wasn't open up every game, dancing and doing all the bullshit.
Real quick.
London Fletcher was a beast.
And never missed a
This
game.
on Twitter, right? Everyone sees this on Twitter. People will go and say, dudes will literally sit around in a circle and name off old players' names to have fun. We literally are doing that.
Doing that right now. Yeah, that just fucking happened.
That's very true. Also, Richie Grant, safety.
Richie Grant's good. Who's going to play next to him? Was it
Well, he's not even starting right now.
He's not.
Where
So
they got,
who's starting?
Where they got Jalen
It's like-
Hawkins at?
Jalen Hawkins.
Jalen Hawkins playing linebacker, but he's not starting either right now.
Oh.
Michael Walker, what's his name? Michael Walker.
Michael Walker. They were talking about
Yeah.
playing him on the edge a little.
Yeah, he's out there
He
playing on
bulked
the
up some
edge.
weight.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow, they got Jalen Hawkins playing linebacker, really?
Well, he's gonna be like what you call like the little box linebacker, but
Yeah.
like box
Hybrid
safety, but
stand
but,
up
hi-
on the
but,
edge.
but not but that's what Richie Grant's role is going to be in the defense too. So I don't see Mike Walker seeing the field a lot.
As a Washington fan,
Because
I
they
couldn't
got- they got-
imagine having these problems.
Yeah, they got
Yeah, because you have an
Demond
elite
Harris
defense.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's great.
I've
That's
been
what happens when
actually.
you draft first rounders 3 years
I
in
have.
a row.
That's true as well. I have studied that Washington defense a lot this year, though, and I was
He's
like,
like-
damn.
We're gonna be a-okay, and then we also just gave the homie Allen the bag, like
He's damn good. Also underrated.
four-year deal. So it ain't no big deal. I mean,
Jonathan Allen, he's had over 60 tackles for what, three of his 4 years or something like that, from the D
3 out of
tackle
his 4.
position. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
and he's gonna get even more because of the freedom that Chase Young and Montez Sweat are gonna present. It's just gonna be beautiful. Deron Payne might even get a little taste at the QB this year as well.
Any other team, Deron Payne is a star, but he's stuck in between those three, and he's just like he's the other guy.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How
the
do
best front. That's the
there you go.
best front four in football, and it ain't even close, man.
Yeah.
I am so happy in leagues where people still enjoy playing team defense, where I'm just like, I'm just gonna snipe them right here in the 15th round. I'm just gonna take them right away. Like I'm not even gonna wait. I'm not even gonna wait.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna go IDP. Oh, great. I could just sit back and just let Cameron Curl fall to me. Just something, Cameron Curl, like it's just great. And
We need to get you into some more IDP leagues then, Robbie, because Curl's starting to fly off boards a little earlier these days.
Bro, actually,
Yep.
I'll talk to you, Joey. Because actually, I can fucking say it here. I need someone to actually be a commissioner of one of our IDPs. So, yeah,
I could probably do that.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
Joey, were you just complaining about all your?
I
all your
am.
leagues you're in?
I'm in so many. I've reached the point where I'm just like, whatever. I can do
But
this.
he's
Like, most of
doing
them are on
man.
sleeper, so I
It's
can
the
just do-
non-alcoholic PBR talking to him.
Exactly. Exactly. My brain keeps flowing.
As
man.
IDP players, how do y'all feel about Alabama defensive players that get drafted too high?
They get drafted too
Because-
high.
Secondary guys.
I mean,
are
all of them.
Sam.
I mean, all of them. When I say get drafted too high, I mean all of them.
No, you have to name specific people.
Look,
all
we're going
of
to talk
them.
about Kareem
Yeah.
Jackson real quick because he hurt me at the Houston Texans so much. Alabama secondary guys can pound sand in the NFL.
All
Yeah,
the
let's say
secondary guys,
secondary,
the
yeah.
defensive linemen too. It's only like you might catch a hand, like maybe one or two out
I mean,
of all these first round defensive linemen that Alabama gets.
There's not many that actually like
No.
flash.
Because it's easy to look good when you're playing with other 5-star recruits against
Mhm.
inferior opponents in college. When they take you away from other 5-star recruits and put you against grown ass men, you get
Right.
bullied out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Don't trust Alabama
I'm gonna be
defense.
straight up. I'm ready for Surtain to shit the bed. I am just completely ready. Like I'm just like, yep, it's gonna happen. Like that, and it's because exactly what you just said, Gabe. I'm sorry you're over on this side of me. It's just exactly because of what you just said as to why. That is my whole take surrounding. No, it's their Alabama DBs.
Yeah, Brian's right there. Quinton Williams.
Really quick.
He took a little bit,
Really
but
quick,
he's
being
you
that we're
might
on
catch a
an IDP
sprinkle.
show, being that we're on an IDP show, Jeffrey Okudah, Buster, no.
Nate.
I'm
You're
with
you're
him.
the Detroit Lions guy.
I'm with them.
You still rocking
Too
with them?
early. It's too early. Too early.
It is early, but at the same point, he is on the Lions, so I'm not touching him. You know,
Bro.
So I think he's all right.
And
So
you
he had a
stream
tough
corners
first year.
anyways.
That entire team last year was just a clusterfuck. Like Patricia, nobody liked Patricia. Like he lost the
get
team.
ready for the next 2 years.
So
of
fantasy
cluster
not
bomb.
involved, right? So fantasy not involved, period,
Right,
right,
right.
This is purely fantasy not involved. I think for me
Oh,
personally with
shoot,
Okudah, like having had scouted him, like none of us fucking knew that COVID was going to hit first off. Okay. So I'm like getting ready to do my next round of rookie interviews. Like, like I really want to interview Jeffrey Okudah. Like I'm big on his film. And then fucking COVID happens. Don't get to interview him. And then I end up happy because he sucked.
Yeah, he did not play great.
And I think I might just be heartbroken. I feel like if he were maybe on a different team, like, I don't know, the Browns, like if he were in Greedy Williams' position, he'd probably be successful. And if Greedy Williams were in his position, Greedy would still be Greedy Williams.
Isn't the rule of thumb usually it takes like 3 years for a cornerback to really come out and like develop?
Like 3-4.
So I mean, he's still developing in that sense. But I don't know. His early career is going to be wasted on the Lions.
Yeah,
if he's good or not, like he's on a shitty team, and it's not going to matter.
So the thing that sucks about Okudah is like he's got all the talent there. Like it's all there. He just it's his technique. His technique does not look good at all. like he looks great. In college, he showed some technique, but last year he was just getting beat by superior talent.
Fucking just burnt, just toast.
I'd wait to see what not having Patricia there does.
Exactly. You know what I've noticed though, guys? People who claim that everything is predestined, they know what's going to happen, right? If like whatever, something can change. You know why? Because when you walk across the street, you still look both ways. Stephen Hawking.
Man, we got him like fucking lined up
too.
Like, bro.
You know Javar or something?
You should get to know him.
Oh,
yeah, probably. So y'all both probably need a PhD. Watch your ankles. All right, I'm kind of worst defensive player that ever got drafted to your team. 1, 2, 3. Vic Beasley. I fucking hate him. Like
what happened? All right, so what happened with Beasley?
Right? First of all, he wasn't
in my household. He's not known as nothing but ass juice. You will not come into my house and say that name. He
wasn't drafted by us, but I'll say Josh Norman. Because all he was good for was getting into Odell's head. That was it.
He had a good year or something, right?
Yeah, one good year. 56.2% of the time he was not thrown at.
That sucks. Still not worse than Vic Beasley.
No, I mean, no, but like
I'll see you Vic Beasley, and I'll raise you a Jared Davis. That dude had one good year and has been a just detriment to the defense. I don't know what he's going to. Where'd he go?
The Jets.
Jets, yeah.
I'll take Gerard Davis over Vic Beasley any day of the week. I promise you.
Bullshit.
I probably would too.
No, you would not.
Beasley is trash. He couldn't even make the team. He didn't
He's ass.
All right, Solomon Thomas, 49ers. Yes. Solomon Thomas.
Oh,
but he go third overall.
Yeah,
he was trash.
Yeah,
so I'll raise you a Mario Williams.
Oh, he should have been really good.
He was good.
Mario Williams
should have been really good.
Mario
but
Williams
he got drafted by the Texans.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? David Carr probably would have been decent too if he wasn't the first quarterback in an expansion team.
Yeah.
Man, that was the worst way to fucking build an expansion team ever. Like you want to? Man, I was excited.
Y'all have no idea how happy I was watching that and being like, "Yes, that's my quarterback, number 8. He's rocking 22s on his Escalade in downtown Houston, and he gets sacked the most."
Oh, man. Okay. That seems to be just a normal thing though in Houston.
Like. All right.
Okay. This is an IDP show. I'm sorry we're talking about Houston Texans. I gotta stop this.
No. Really quick. I do gotta say this. Football, like the NFL, has got to be the hardest sport to develop an expansion team in. You saw and yes, I'm pulling a fucking first take here. All right, y'all can deal with it. I'm using other sports and analogize within this, and it's gonna make sense for football. Okay. We see like the OKC Thunder, they were formerly the Seattle Supersonics, all right? But they immediately, boom, they become good for like damn near 3 straight years. We can take it to NHL. The Vegas Golden Knights suddenly go against one of probably single-handedly, debatably outside of Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time, Alex Ovechkin for my Capitals. like an expansion team in your first year. When does that ever happen? You know, it took
baseball. Florida Marlins, when the Florida Marlins, they were only a couple of years in, then they go and win the World Series.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to mention them next. Like so, football. Maybe it's because you have 53, guys that you gotta.
Team.
Yeah, it's a huge team, so it's harder to manage that success. I mean, like Carolina did decent though. Carolina
and Jacksonville, that they both made the playoff. Like they both made their conference finals in the same year. Carolina made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, wasn't Carolina younger than Saxonville when they made the Super Bowl under Jake Delhomme? I think Carolina was younger than Jacksonville. When Jacksonville made their playoff run.
The same year.
No, I think it was the same year.
It was 98, right?
Yeah,
96, 98.
Yeah, they both come in the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, they came in. Okay, yeah, they came in at the same time. And
Mark Brunell.
Yeah,
who's the lefty?
Yeah,
who's the lefty for Jacksonville?
Jake Delhomme.
Mark Brunell.
No, for Jacksonville.
Mark Brunell. Yeah, because he also
had a squad. Jacksonville had a squad. They had Fred Taylor, Mark Brunell,
Jimmy Smith. Bro, the things I would do to people in Madden. Fuck, Jimmy Smith was.
And they had all the dread-headed people that play defense. I don't know, but they look pretty intimidating on defense. So. I just remember that, like Reggie Nelson, people like that.
Robbie.
For sure.
Robbie
For
just
sure.
spit everywhere.
Oh my! All I remember as a youth, like playing Madden, just seeing everybody had dreads. Like, what's the big middle linebacker? I can't remember his name.
Friends.
Who's this?
On Jacksonville, he played on that team. He had dreads too.
Oh, fuck.
He had dreads on that team.
Everybody had dreads on the defense, literally.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I don't remember much of that team. That was before I was playing IDP. So
when you mention Jacksonville linebackers, my mind only goes to Miles Jack, baby.
Paul Poslunsky.
Miles Jack, two-way football, UCLA Bruins, baby.
Poslunsky was
running back and linebacker, played Iron Man football in the bowl game that they won. Florida Georgia line just came out. They had roll going. He came out. I was hooked.
That'll do it every time.
Wow.
I love Florida Georgia line, baby. Come on, with a little Nelly.
Oh
man!
Wow!
Man.
Wow! Hey,
country music and Nelly.
The
I'm
amount
from
of
Texas.
The amount of
makes sense.
The amount of country jams that I've been and they I can't even remember the name of that song, but as soon as I hear it, I'm like, I start singing it. I'm like, fuck! Like, what are you doing, Robbie? Stop it!
I can't do new country music. Like, I can listen to old country and just kind of be like.
Bruh,
new country music. It reminds me of like pop music. It's like pop music with a.
Bruh, I used to live in Virginia, man. I'm from Virginia. Fuck country music.
Fun fact: I can country time.
Bruh, yo, I can line dance and everything. I done been to so many country bars, but man,
I was in the Navies. That's how I learned all that shit.
Line dance. I'd like to see that.
I was in the Air Force. Yeah, I was in the Air Force, bro. And they'd be like, "Bro, come out to this bar with me, man." And you're like, "Sure, dude. Like, let's go." Like,
Robbie's wearing his chaps.
And then, bro, hell no, bro.
I got a pair of those.
When I tell you I dressed for the fucking wrong occasion, like everybody in there was in like boots and cowboy hats and shit, and I was like, where the fuck did you bring me, bro?
And yet you could line dance with the best of them.
Bro, I learned. I started getting down.
Should have bought yourself a pair of Spurs. Ching, 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 ching.
Bro, when I was stationed in San Antonio, man, you had no choice, bro. They play that shit everywhere. Like, they play that shit everywhere in Virginia, but like, you have hip hop clubs as well. San Antonio, you got to go to the hood to go to the hip hop club. This shit's like in some fucking back alley. Like, the floor's just like fucking shaking. Like, yo, is this thing gonna fall through or not? Like, what is going on?
There's a hole in the floor over there. Stay away from there.
Everyone's dancing around that, away from that one space. Hey, no, but San Antonio gets lit though. San Antonio gets lit. Like, oh my gosh. Hey, I ain't gonna say. Look, there's this place called XTC. It's heaven on earth.
Just heaven on earth.
Yes.
Do they have cocaine there?
I'm sure.
Hey, look. Let's just say you go through a very long time of boot camp, and Gabe, you know this as well. You go through, boot camp, finally get in tech school, you finally get your off-base privileges. There's only one place that you're heading when you're going off a base. One place
Do
and
they
one
have
place
coke
only.
though?
What?
I'm on like I only do
He's not giving it up. He's like, do they got it? I need to know.
I only do coke like every 5 years. So like I'm like coming up on it. I got an addictive personality.
He's like, my clock's ticking.
Yeah, I got an addictive personality, so I'm just trying to like get it in before this birthday.
He's like on a 2-year
Oh
schedule
my
earlier than
gosh.
Locust.
These are
Locust
jokes.
come
These
out
are
7
jokes.
years,
These are
he's
jokes.
doing coke
These
every
are
5
jokes.
years.
These are
The
jokes.
locust
I
coming
do
in,
it
he's like-
obviously these are jokes. Obviously these are jokes.
every 3 years. Come on, bro. Anyway,
Oh, shit. I can't.
Yeah, it's a joke, and you can see his jaw going side to side.
if you look hard enough, you can see the drip in my throat. I don't know where I learned that from, but that's just what they tell me what happens.
God damn,
Oh, shoot.
bro, fuck.
Y'all are fucking killing me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, San Antonio,
I
Texas.
don't do
met a-
cocaine, bro.
I met a beautiful,
Sometimes.
a beautiful
Only
woman
when
named
I'm in
Giselle.
Colombia and the Navy paying for it, but like literally. Okay, fun
The
story.
Navy's paying for it.
Fun
Bro,
story. Fun story. I'll tell you a cocaine story.
I miss the military.
I'm in fucking Panama, Colombia, one of the two, and we're in the back of a taxi.
Listen,
and the
I
guy
can't remember.
said,
I remember one of those.
yeah, one of them. And he says, "Hey, y'all do?" I said, "No, not really, bro." And he said, "Just try it." And I said, "Okay." Now, it didn't take much convincing at all. I thought about this as I thought about this, and I took it as if I was a professional. I never. And so I was like, I mean, shit, we in Colombia, like I think that's what they do.
yeah.
And so, like, I roll up the dollar bill as if I know exact. I watch way too many movies.
Look,
I
I
roll
see
up a
Scarface
dollar.
way too many times. Fuck it.
I roll it.
Pacino.
I said, "Oh man, I'm about to kill this shit." And so I don't know if I don't know if any of y'all ever done it before, but like if you did, like it's not as easy because like your mind is telling you like to sniff, but like you're not sniffing as hard as you think you are, and to actually like make it go up your nose, you have to like hit it really hard. And so, fun fact, children, if you're listening and you ever want to like not try it for the first time, don't waste it and put it all in your dollar bill, because I tried to like sniff it a little bit and so it all was in my dollar bill, and that's the fun story.
This is great.
Hey, and this is the people that served our country.
Holy
See,
shit.
hey,
Oh,
hey,
man.
for real, this is why you send your kids to fucking college instead.
I went there too.
Oh yeah, see, I went to college too.
Oh, I had a great time. I can go on for a little days. about those stories.
Oh, man. I went to
civilian-
college for a
civilians
year
are
and then I
wild.
said,
like, we're
peace.
wild because we're not afraid to die, but like college kids, motherfuckers is ready to. Like,
I
they're
don't
like,
really think, unless you went during the Four Loko era in life where they were still putting crack in it.
All
like,
right.
you didn't really.
The Four
experience
Loko
All right,
era
let me
was
break my
terrible.
silence. Let me break my silence. So, Four Locos, the original stuff, right? Let me
Yeah.
tell you a little story. I almost did something real bad. So,
You put Everclear in it.
no, I didn't need to. So, there's this movie. I don't know if y'all ever seen it before. It's called Empire Records.
Oh, yeah.
Old school movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's all like 90s music,
Oh,
right?
it's
And at the
fantastic.
end, they play Sugar High on top of Empire Records, right? And they're all jamming out.
Mhm.
I'm like 4 in now. 4 of
Four
like
Locos?
real stuff, right? Not the stuff they have now, but like
The
4
real
of them,
Four
right?
Locos, yeah, the original Four Locos, yeah.
You're a
I look
dangerous man.
outside.
Thor.
So you're like straight hallucinating.
Yeah, I look outside, and I
Jesus
swear there's an
Christ.
ice cream truck. Not an ice
No,
cream
it's
truck.
not.
I go,
Police.
guys, and there's like 3 of my buddies with me. I'm like, guys, y'all want some ice cream? They're like, Pinto, that's not an ice cream truck. Stop. I'm like, what? I'm gonna go get one of those a Choco Taco, right? I want a Choco Taco. And they're like, Pinto, stop.
I'd enjoy that.
And I'm like, you can't stop me. And I just go and I jump into the front seat, and I realize it's not an ice cream truck. And I put it in drive, and I go.
You jacked
then
an
I
ice cream
stop
truck.
and I
It
get
wasn't an
out.
ice cream truck.
And I get out, and I realize it's a cop car.
I was
The
hoping
cop
that was the way the
serving a
story
warrant
ended.
to somebody at the apartment
Oh my
complex.
god, that's the greatest story of all.
And they
time.
didn't
And the
know.
cop
You
sees
got
me.
out.
The cop
Oh.
sees me and goes, "Hey!"
Fuck that.
And I run through a fence
Huh.
and my buddies have to come get me 2 hours later. And I'm in this ditch hiding.
Bro,
Oh, you got away.
All right, so I got an absinthe story.
That's
I got
the greatest story
Hey,
ever.
have y'all ever drank absinthe?
No, I have not.
Mainly
All right.
because of
What is
the fact I did not
Here
want to
we
hallucinate.
go. Here
What
we
is it?
go. Absinthe.
It's a liquor that makes you hallucinate.
Yeah.
Wait. Is this that's on that movie, right? When the little blue fairy was that Euro Trip?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was in Euro Trip. So, and actually, this story it starts in Europe. Ta-da!
Was that's
So-
where you can get it, right? Really easily.
Yeah.
Yup. So fucking.
Cocaine.
Amsterdam.
So I was stationed in Italy, right? Station Avinam Air Force, Aviano Air Force Base. We call it Avinam because fucking shit sucks. It just blows. All right, it just fucking blows. Don't ever, if you know any military friends, tell them don't get stationed there. Go to Italy. Don't get stationed there. But anyways, I'm on my 4-day weekend. Me and my homies were like, "Yo, where y'all want to take off for the weekend?" And my homies like, "Man, I got this, bad little thing up in, Slovenia. She
crazy.
bro, he's like, she a model and shit. He was like, she got some friends. Like, we should head up there." And I'm like, bet. So for 200 euros, you can pack just one backpack, pack a carry on, and for 200 euros, you can hop on a flight and you can hop. Each and every place. So we were like, all right, we're gonna go from Italy to fucking Slovenia. We'll be back by fucking Sunday. Fly to Slovenia. We go. We get this like dope hotel. It's fucking lit. We end up meeting up with his girl or whatever. And out of nowhere, he's like, "Hey, you're Trey Songz." Looks over at my staff sergeant at the time. He's like, "And you're fucking Cam Newton." And we're like, "What?" He was like, "Just go with it." I'm like, "Yep."
That's hilarious. I got the joke.
Bro, so fucking we go in like we go to like this club, like, and it's like as we're walking up to him, I'm like, "Where are we going?" It's like this castle fucking type shit, like on like this cliff. Like, I'm like, "Where the fuck are we going?" We go in this elevator, takes us like all the way to the top, and like you can see the outside, and like there's fucking chandeliers and shit. I'm like, "Yo, this is about to be a crazy fucking night." Like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm Trey Songz for tonight. This is about to be lit. Like, I don't like whatever it is. This is my personality now. I've now tapped in. I'm an R&B singer. We end up following her. We go to the VIP section. Blonde hair, blue eyes, all like fucking like 6 foot, like tall model, like chicks. We end up like leaving the VIP, like throughout like after like crushing a couple bottles of champagne and shit. And we go to the bar. Whatever you do, if you are in the VIP section, do not leave your VIP section because the bartender is going to know that you were at the VIP area. And he's like, "These motherfuckers got money."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, how's you guys' night going?" He's like, "You're with those girls?" He's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Yeah, da, 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 da." He was like, reaches up on the top shelf, grabs this bottle. He's like, "Have you guys heard of absinthe?" I have heard of absinthe. So I mean, look at my homies. I'm like, "Yo, y'all ready to get fucked up?" Like,
That's not how I thought that story was gonna go.
I'm like, "Wait, yo, we're about to get fucked up." He was like,
I don't want to.
Bro. Next thing I know, we order like 2 bottles of this shit. We take it back to the section. We kill this shit. We are now strolling through the streets of Slovenia, and it's like, there's like castles and shit fucking everywhere.
Lighten up.
And like, bro, just lighten up, and like I am tripping. Shit is beautiful colors. Like, I got like this like chick that's taller than me, and I'm like holding her hand. I'm like, "Yo, let's fucking go back to the room." Like,
she's really only 5'1".
Shallow how?
Hey, I wish I had a fucking stand up on a bed. I was like, shit.
Your wife probably.
Robbie's a wild man.
Man, I wish I had cooler stories like that. I don't really have too many. I used to go when I was in high school. I live right outside of Yukon. So when I was in high school, when we were like 14, 15 years old, we would just go park at our high school and just go walk through the woods up to all the Yukon parties. They used to have all right back in there, like right behind Yukon. So here we are, a bunch of 14, 15-year-old kids with all these college kids just getting fucking hammered, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they have spring weekend, and they had this lot called X Lot. So it's just a giant parking lot where they just allow people to come in and they just party. There's kegs, there's everything. This kid
Cocaine?
picks up an empty, most likely,
God damn it.
100%. So this kid well, first off, there's one house right there. It's a frat house. So we go inside and we're trying to go in and party with these guys. And there's literally shoulder to shoulder. You can't move. And my buddy's behind me. He's like, yo, I got to piss. I'm like, well, okay. Get out of here. He's like, I can't fucking move. So we're like, okay. Move. So he's like, form a wall. I'm like, what do you mean form a wall? He's like, form a wall. So 4 of us stand in front of him in the corner and he just starts pissing in the corner of this frat house kitchen. I'm like,
no.
I was like, I gotta go.
14, I guarantee you someone else has done it before.
So we walk out of there. As we walk out of there, there's a guy with one of the kegs. He's got an empty keg and he fucking just throws it into a sea of people. And we're like,
yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah, that's normal.
So we just kind of just play that off. We just keep walking and we're just walking through the crowd. And there's a kid passed out over here tripping on shrooms. There's somebody over here on acid, and everybody's like, who wants a trip? I'm like, not like them. So I keep walking. And next thing you know, I'm looking around and my eyes start burning like crazy. I'm like, what is going on? And here's the cops. No. They're trying to get the crowd going. So they're just pepper spraying into the crowd. No. So I'm walking away. I'm rubbing my eyes and I'm looking for all my friends. I went there with 5 kids and they're all gone. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, well, let's just go back to the high school. So I'm on my way and I'm going by Gamble Pavilion right there where UConn plays. And there's a friend of mine and there's a Emeka Okafor. So I'm so when I was working at, I used to work at the Subway in UConn and we used to give all the basketball players free subs. So I sit down next to Emeka Okafor and what do I say to him? You going to come in tomorrow and get a turkey sub, man? It's the one thing I could think of. I sat there. I chill with him for like 5 minutes. He was completely sober. I'm an ass drunk 16-year-old. I'm just like, all right, I got to go find my friends because they all left me. He's like, you want company? You all right? I'm like, I think I'm good. So he strolled down the sidewalk with me towards the high school, just walked with me, shooting the shit, talking basketball. And then I got to the high school and all of my friends were gone. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
So
How'd you get home?
I called them and they eventually came back about an hour and a half later once they realized they left me there. But the moral of the story is I got to sit there and shoot shit, talk basketball with Emeka Okafor for like an hour and 15 minutes. It was cool as hell.
Talk about you don't have any good stories. Shit.
That's pretty fucking dope to me.
The only thing it was missing was cocaine, honestly.
Well, it was there somewhere, I'm sure.
He was only 15 at the time, okay?
Hey, it's freaking that's his joke for tonight now.
That's 13 years too young, if you ask me. But whatever.
Yeah, we got all our UConn partying in when we were like 15 to 18, and then then it just got crazy. It was like people were lighting couches on fire and shit. We're like, we're just gonna stay away from there. Like it got
acid do?
It makes you hallucinate like hell.
Yeah, and you just see pretty colors and it's
go with
cool.
If you're gonna hallucinate, go with mushrooms. It's more natural.
Mushrooms, yeah, do mushrooms. Yeah.
People can't mess with it.
Mushroom story, funny story. Eating pizza because they said put the mushrooms on the pizza. It's easier to eat it. Holy shit! I lay down like after a night of activity, so I'm laying down now. I'm thinking it's time to go to bed. Absolutely, though.
After a night of activities,
absolutely.
oh man, my heart's oh man. I'm laying there. I'm trying like to not freak out. I'm trying to like to be cool. And she like, you're all right. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. But in my head, I'm asleep. But I know I'm not because my eyes.
No, you're not.
And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like I don't know. I feel like I'm dreaming. But I know I'm not.
Eye, yeah.
And she like, you sweating, and I'm like, no, I'm asleep.
You definitely sweating.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm good. You're just like,
I don't remember how the night ended, but that's just what I remember.
Ever done
that's
DMT?
my mushroom story.
No,
I would try it. Like that's the toad.
I recommend it.
Shit, Mike Tyson talking about. Is this a drug show or Mike or fantasy football? We should probably talk about that.
It's just this. Honestly, the whole point of this show, like its premise is fantasy football, but just getting everybody together, just hanging out, man. It's like Rum Boys After Dark.
Oh man,
talk some fantasy
who's the
football.
best IDF player right now.
Man, I said on Twitter, it's been about 3 weeks since I've dusted. Like there was dust on my lights on my microphone. Like it's been a while since I got on camera. And this is fun, man. Like I love it.
Exactly.
Like I want to. I can't wait to come back. You know, like get back into the swing of things. Like it's awesome. Very much appreciated.
Well,
We'll probably talk a little more football once we're in season and shit, but this is the whole point. Just get to know each other, have fun, and just.
Bro, the second we all fucking know, the second that August 5th hits, all of our Twitter pages are now no longer the fucking same. Mm-hmm. Goodbye to fun. Goodbye to like there'll still be fun and shit throughout the season because there's gonna be memes and everything, but like it's gonna be work. Yeah. Like fuck it. I won't even. The second we all those of us that are going to the expo, the second that we all touch those grounds, like it's. Like, yeah, we're gonna have fun, but like, I mean,
I have so which one
are you three all going to the expo?
I will not be. I got my daughter. Can't do it.
Same here, man. I can't either. So I know Nate's going. Gabe, you going?
I'll be there.
Robbie, you going?
Robbie hosting that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much. What do you guys? So considering what we've had going on for the show, so what are you guys doing that evening? First evening and second evening, so we need to figure out where the party is.
Get a notebook and start jotting stuff down, everybody.
So first
night,
go
ahead.
First night, Friday night, when everybody touches down, we got the welcome party happening over at Jersey's, just right there, across the street from the DoubleTree Hotel. I can proudly announce that the first original venue for Draft Night Out sold out. I'm not going to say where the new venue is, but there is a new venue for Draft Night Out.
I'm in that.
Yeah. Hell yeah, yo! I'm happy. I'm excited to see you there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you have to draft? Because I don't think I would want to draft. I just want to drink.
Cocaine.
Yes, for sure.
Gabe, you with me, bro? You good?
I just want to drink. I don't really want to draft. I just, because
just sit next to Robbie and say you're a co-commissioner.
Co-commissioner? God
damn it! No, he said you're co-commissioner.
I thought to say that's hilarious, bro. That's
a co-commissioner. That works.
That should be the name of the episode. That's fucking hilarious. Co-commissioner. That's hilarious. It's a lot of clips in here.
Slick and real sly, No.
It's a lot of clips in here.
That tequila got his ass. But no, sure. Man. And then Sunday we have the actual expo. But yeah, or Saturday's Draft Night Out, and then we have another party right after Draft Night Out. So it's gonna be party. You get a little bit of sleep, wake up. Draft Night Out starts at 1. You have a party right after that. That begins at 5. So you get to go back to your hotel room, brush your nasty ass motherfucking teeth, because y'all know that y'all need it. And then you get to go back down, party with everybody again. And that party's going to be at Jersey's. Then there's going to be an after party that location is yet to be determined, because we try to keep that one, fairly
slightly low-key.
Exclusive. Yeah. And then Sunday's the expo. And Monday, y'all fly y'all asses home.
Hungover as hell.
Hungover as fuck. So we are going to have y'all turn the whole weekend. Saturday, you get to party with Rumboy's Robbie in person.
That's scary. I wish I was going. I do.
So that's scary.
It's scary.
I wish I was going.
You know what? I'm sober and I would still be afraid to go.
Yeah.
Just be like, damn, look at this man go.
Bro,
there's always room in my car.
I was like, if I was 5 years younger.
I'm driving too.
The fact that
you're driving,
the number 5 years.
Yeah. Well, we all 3 of us, and fucking punk ass Javar broke his Achilles. So guess who's not driving, right? Pussy.
Steve, you got this right.
Yeah,
it's
pussy,
his
right?
gas pedal, gas foot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Bro,
tell me you got a boot. All you got to do is move your toes.
Yeah, he's really ridiculous.
He's talking about. I'm gonna be like, wait up, guys, because he's gonna be on his little e-bike. Motherfucker, I am not.
Yo, Javar on that scooter.
Give him a flat.
Don't get it misunderstood. I really like Javar a lot.
We love Javar. We love Javar.
But him breaking his fucking Achilles is hilarious. Javar is.
I enjoy the story.
Hey, did you see my shit? Hey, him and Cam Akers. Hey, you want some ice cream?
Oh man,
for sure. I don't know what's my plans, bro. I guess we got an Airbnb up there, so I guess if people want to come do like stuff there that they can't do in the hotel, that'll be
Cocaine.
Or yeah, that definitely. I mean, if that is there, it is within my 3-year window. So you know.
Oh my gosh.
I would be not turning it down. So you know. I've always said, like, if I'm gonna do it, it has to be the atmosphere. It's always about the atmosphere, bro. I don't want to be just like chilling at my couch doing it, but like if I'm at the club, like, oh man, you want some sugar booger? Why not? You know?
I've never heard that before. I'm gonna start using that on my show. Okay,
Booger sugar. The best was the reaction.
Shit you learned.
I am done. Like this is
Who am I? Who am I?
Hold
I feel like if somebody offers you their fucking cocaine, like, bro, you're pretty rude to say no. Like, it's
I don't know
expensive,
where
bro.
this show went. I don't know where
It's expensive, bro.
So there used to be this bar right by where I lived. I lived like 5 minutes away. It used to just be the hometown dive bar. Like it was this shitty bar, but we used to go there. There's free pool on Tuesdays. We used to get free drinks at the bar, so we just go there and drink all the time. It ended up becoming like a gigantic cocaine bar. You go into the bathroom and there's like two urinals and a stall, and you're at a urinal and you see 4 sets of feet in the stall.
And you just hear it. You're like,
you're just like,
oh yeah, I don't want to do that. That's bad etiquette.
It's like you're like, you guys get in there.
Bad etiquette.
It's like, holy.
I want it to be like a look. I need it to be like I don't want like the coke atmosphere, like with the dingy stuff.
Yeah,
I want it to
that's
be
exactly
bright.
what it was.
No,
You need something to keep you uplifted.
Yeah, Holly is Miami. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
there was
oh man,
the mirrors
doing it.
Motherfucker, we are gonna be in Canton.
Big
We're in
chairs.
Ohio. What the
Big
fuck do you think
chairs.
this is?
Red fur. I don't know. I imagine red fur somewhere there though, because I feel like that's what I would want to see. I always, not even once. That's what I always heard about meth. Don't even try it. Not even once.
No.
I'm just saying Canton, Ohio.
Oh, there's probably plenty of that in Canton.
I was about to say, I didn't know. I mean, hey, I'm not a judger, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you know, hey, if you do every 3 years, hey, bro, who am I?
every 3
years.
They told me not even once. So hey,
I cherish my teeth.
Hey. Yeah, exactly. Coming from someone that fought MMA and like my fucking front 6 are fake and my bottom 4 are fake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
See, I hate getting punched in the face. I could never do it. I've been punched in the face twice in my life.
I got kneed in the face.
Oh, better.
I always say everybody can fight
in the face.
I always say everybody can fight till you get punched in the nose. Then you got 2 decisions. Either cover your face because that hurt, or like now you about to fight. So like that's where you decide if you can fight or not.
If you punch me in my nose, I am going to put you into an arm bar and break that motherfucker. There is no tapping out. There is come here, and it's just me rolling back, and that's it.
Question: how do you feel about somebody kicking you inside of your face if you're in a fight? Like if y'all just squared up and he just like bow, like right to the side of your face.
How do I feel? What do you mean? How do I feel?
I'm pretty pissed about it.
That's happening.
So like I'm pretty big, but like
for sure.
when I was younger, like a couple years younger, I suppose. My mom has footage of me. There's a guy that's 6'3", never been beat before because he's so tall. In Taekwondo, you get 2.5 points for a jump kick to the face. I beat him in 9 seconds because I kicked him in the face twice. Never been kicked in the face.
Yes.
So kicking someone in the face is my go-to move.
If somebody I feel like I'm a pretty good fighter, but if you kick me in the face, I'm probably just gonna like.
It's a different feeling when you get roundhouse by like a 200-pound or a 300-pound dude. Like it's bad.
Yeah, I used to. When everybody used to fight in parties, I would sit back. I'd be that guy in the corner that was just sitting there like. You guys suck.
I gotta head out. It's been live. I gotta head out, y'all.
All right, bro.
Robbie, thank you for coming, my man.
Hold it down.
Hey, much love, man. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all know where to find me. Runboys.com.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I used to hate when everybody used to fight at parties. I'd sit there and be like, guys, come on, what the fuck? We're just trying to have fun. Everybody's throwing punches. I'm just sitting there in the corner.
You never seen that movie Never Back Down? That's like everyone's high school, right?
Yeah.
No?
No.
We had a high school that was right next to ours, Wyndham High School in E.O. Smith, and for some odd reason, out of nowhere, we had this crazy rivalry, and everybody wanted to fight each other. And I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? Holy shit! So we used that against everybody. So we were having a party down in this place we called the Sand Pits. It was just a sand pit. We always go down there and have keg parties, right? So the guys from Wyndham, they all show up at the party, and all of a sudden everybody wants to fight. So we're like, well, there's too many people here, and there's a fight about to happen. So let's all just form a circle around the keg and start walking. we picked up the keg. I was the smallest guy, so I'm in the middle of this group, and I'm just carrying a keg step by step. We go to the back of my buddy's Isuzu Trooper right in the back, and we take the back way out. And so now 8 of us can drink off a keg instead of 70, and they can go have their fight.
We fighting more than like, who took the keg?
Well, so as we're walking away, we're like, those Wyndham kids took our keg. Everybody get them. So everybody's like, whoa. They go running. We're like,
I imagine there was a lot of people getting kicked in the face that night too.
yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I probably had something to do with it too. But you know what? I got out.
Hey man, like people gonna fight regardless.
Right.
You gotta think about that.
Especially if there's liquor.
Yeah, don't.
If there's
blame
liquor
me.
involved, oh man.
If any a situation, find somebody else to blame. I learned that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can
didn't
blame
do
somebody else, that's what my daughter does. So I'm just trying to be like her when I grow up.
I don't know, Dad. Dad, it was me.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know. Hey, it's only 2 of us here. I know it wasn't me. I don't know, Dad. Oh, I forgot. That's the shit right there. I forgot. Oh, you forgot. I bet you did. You gotta love it, man.
Next time you forget to make her lunch, just say, "Oh, my bad, I forgot."
Oh my bad. And now
She'll be
she's
like, "Dad."
Yeah, for sure. She's getting to the phase now where she wants to like kind of be a teenager, but like still can't wash her neck properly. In the
How old is
shower,
she?
so, like 9. Yeah, so that's where I'm at now.
Yep.
9 going on 25.
Exactly.
Mine's still young to where I'm just like, she's only a year and 4 months, so I'm like, yeah, this is still really cool.
Joe, you
Until
got about
you yell
a
at me.
7-month window.
Yeah.
Get everything. Get like a. I don't even know what to tell you to get, man. Just everything.
Yep.
Get
Does
everything.
her mom have an attitude? No offense. Like
No, she's really laid back actually.
oh man, hopefully.
I
No,
know.
nobody has that.
It's like who are you? Like you came from me, so like who are you? Because I don't know
Right.
you talking to me like that. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know, Dad.
And then like her new thing now is like if she gets mad, she's like, oh, well, forget about it. I don't want it at all. Like I was like, hey, we can like go out to eat for lunch or dinner, but not both. She woke up from a nap, so I guess she wasn't really trying to hear that right then. So she's like, oh, I don't want to do neither of them. And so now I'm like, okay, so I guess nothing. Fine. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at now.
You're like, I'm gonna go get some food. I'll see you later.
I ended up still getting Sonic, so I try to put my foot down, but it never works.
Just tell her, say, listen, there's rollerblades.
So yeah, so just imagine that. Just be prepared for that. Just try to put that foot down.
Mm-hmm.
Keep her away from cocaine.
We'll do that for sure. We'll definitely do that.
But I feel like it's only so long you can, like for real. Like these kids now, they're growing up so fast. It's like the YouTube and the stuff that they know at 9 compared to what I knew at 9.
Seriously,
I'm pretty sure I was still throwing Pokeballs at 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something along those
9
lines.
years old. What the hell was I doing?
We got the hat backwards right now.
Exactly.
I'm saying like, come
That
here,
was-
Caterpie. That's
Yes.
at 9 running into the wood, playing with some dirt. Now
literally going
these
crazy.
kids are like
trying to
way
figure
better at
out-
technology. They're like Snapchatting, TikTok, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, how do you know how to do
Help
that?
me.
I just
I
wanted
don't
to
think
figure out
Pokemon was around.
which
when
one
I
of
was
my
9.
friends was going to have the link cable so we could put our Game Boys together and
Yes.
play the Pokemon. That's
Y'all
all
remember
that
going
was
to the
on my mind.
mall and you had to link up the mall battles?
Dude, I remember doing like first person shooters like online, like Duke Nukem. You could find your friends playing Duke Nukem on the PC. We used to do
Big
that
old
shit.
rocket launcher, steroids. When steroids were okay to talk about.
Oh, right.
I mean, like, let's talk about steroids. I feel like only in baseball, right? Like, in baseball,
Are
I
we
feel
hitting
like
every drug?
With all
I
due
feel like-
respect,
Yes,
let's
we
talk about
are.
steroids.
I feel like steroids should be allowed in baseball. Agreed.
Well, so here's the thing, in like baseball, like the entire like 1990s era was just all steroids. Like everybody took it. So it's like, do you want to cut out an entire era of baseball just because you don't want to talk about steroids, or do you allow these guys
I wasn't even talking about from that point. I'm just saying baseball is fucking funner when everybody's on drugs. How about that? Like, I don't know
Drugs
about
are
you,
drunk.
I'll tell y'all right now,
Yeah.
greatest baseball scene I've ever seen is from the bench warmers when old boy's drinking tequila and he's dancing on the mound. Like, you're right.
Oh, who was it?
Nothing
There was a
was
dude
funnier than fucking 70 home runs with Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire.
Dude, there was a dude in the 70s who took acid before a game, who was tripping during the game and threw a no-hitter.
Amazing.
Who?
I forget
That's
his
how
name.
is that?
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. That bird he hit wasn't there.
Oh shit! What if he was? Oh my! That would make that story 10 times more funny if that story.
Oh my god!
But seriously though, I feel like they should do it. Like, I don't. It's not even about wiping out the history, but I don't know. I feel like steroids don't affect your hand-eye coordination. Like, you still got to learn how. Like that shit don't have nothing to do with steroids. You know,
well, that's
you can hit the ball or you can't.
So it's like with Barry Bonds. Like, Barry Bonds was nasty before he took steroids. The only thing it did was just up his home run numbers. Like, that dude was still a 30 home run, 30 stolen base guy every year. And then he took steroids and was like, he's hitting 70.
He fucking looked around and said, "Hey, I'm hitting fucking 30 home runs legally." Sammy Sosa over here fucking going bazonkers almost at 100, and he's doing. I just seen him in the bathroom with Mark McGuire doing it,
and his head's a size 12. Doc Ellis. Ellis was the guy who threw the no-hitter on acid.
Doc Ellis.
Sign me up for the ass shot, bro. If I'm going from 30 to 80, sign me up for the ass shot for real.
It'll get you paid, right?
It's a lot of cheddar. A lot of cheddar.
Hey, Sammy Sosa still acts like he doesn't know what you're talking about when you ask him about it. It's hilarious.
Well, that's because I don't think Sammy Sosa's brain works anymore.
Sammy Sosa, that bank account, dude.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
We've been talking about this.
I really feel like if y'all haven't did it before, this episode probably would make you be like,
this one needs a parental advisory something before you go live next time.
Explicit.
Yeah,
Explicit.
there you go.
I had no intentions on talking about cocaine. I actually don't know how that came up.
You know, I was really
I don't
about
either.
me before this show started.
Yeah, Hollywood's usually the problem.
I don't even know how it came up either. I think we started talking charity tournaments, and right after charity tournaments, we went to cocaine, and it was like we just ran with it.
Nothing better than that, right?
We're Scott Pitch at.
All right, so let's. I want to actually dive back into to fantasy football real quick, just for a hot second, Gabe, because you don't play IDP, right?
I do. I have not.
Is there a reason why?
Just because I don't know anybody. Well, I know people, but like I'd be like too busy. Yeah, and I just feel like that would be like a lot that I have to learn because I don't know. Like, I know we touched on it before, like, but potting is like a lot of work. Like, this is the fun part when you're like on the screen and shit. But like, if you're actually doing a show and you have to like research and watch every game, every week, it's like, bro, I don't want to learn a new set of rules. But like, but I've been on a couple of IDP shows now, and it's like, man, I like defense because I like football in general. Like, right. You know what I mean? But now, of course, fantasy is only on offense, but I played defense when I was playing, so I like defense side of the ball because I'm scared. Fun story. So I go to practice in 8th grade, and I'm like small, skinny, so they think all small, skinny people run fast. So they said like 32 blasts or some bullshit like that, and I only watching Madden don't know what the fuck that means. So they give me the ball and say run up the middle. I got hit so hard. I said, yeah, I don't want to play this side of the ball. I want to be
like, I'm not a running back.
Never again. And so, but yeah, I do like the defensive side of the ball. I just never had the opportunity. And so, if y'all would be so gracious,
yeah, I'll start a league. I'll send you an invite. I'll start one up on Sleeper.
How many defensive like players are like the norm, I guess?
Well, so what I try to tell people, if you're gonna just do it, just dive right in and do it. So 11 and 11, 11 offense, 11 IDP.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So the reason being is, if you just play like 3-4 IDP, then you don't really. It's always going to be you're going to have stud IDPs. It doesn't make you draft like you would in offense. Like, you get those later rounds, you find those values. If you have a full IDP roster, you learn to find the values. I know the first few years there's serious growing pains having to learn all of it, but once you get into it, you get that favor for it. It's like second year I started playing IDP, I started watching defense watching football more, and I just became such a fan of football. Like I loved football. But once I started playing IDP and started paying attention more to defense, I was just like, holy shit, I understand the game better. I understand defenses. I understand schemes now. It's like I can understand who's going to be better because of the scheme they're in. It's just like it seems like a lot, but you know football, so that makes it already easier for you.
Do you ever like?
And I think
okay.
I started to say I think we actually have an opening in one of our listener leagues on IDP Nation, which is free. So
You go ahead and shoot me the link. But I was going to ask, do you ever have like somebody on your defense that you need to make a tackle to somebody on your offense that you need to go 10 yards for like a first, like a 1 point or some shit like that? Like get crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you make the tackle and you're like, oh, there we go.
Head.
There's some points. And then you're like, shit.
Damn.
Or you get a pick and then it's on your QB that you're playing. And you're just like, that sucks.
So what's the most valuable
position? That's where my real curse words come in when that happens.
So right now, the most valuable position is the position that scores the most points is linebacker.
Like your running backs almost.
Yep.
Kind of, sort of.
They're consistent because they're your high tackle guys. So they're your high floor with a decent ceiling. Your defensive ends are your really high ceiling for your guys like Myles Garrett, guys who are getting tons of sacks with a good tackle floor. And then guys, it's like the defensive backs. It's kind of
Budda Baker,
Jamal Adams.
Budda Baker or bust.
That's right.
It was supposed to be Derwin James, but Derwin James can't stay healthy.
Yeah, that's kind of
Derwin James' rookie season was absolutely phenomenal.
So what about like a Jalen Ramsey or something like that? Like
Jalen Ramsey. Corner? So if
he
you're playing
tackle that much,
if you're
so tackles.
No, go ahead.
Tackles is the thing. So tackles is
so the big thing that I found, because like last year was the first time I jumped into 11 and 11 IDP, right? I played IDP before, but not as intense as like what Joey had mentioned, right? And so tackles are key, right? Like you want the guys hawking the ball. So like I mentioned Budda Baker bust, right? Like the dude is always around the ball. His defensive scheme is he's going to hit somebody, right? That's why we mentioned linebackers. Linebackers, like, I mean, not Levante David, Devin White. There we go. Devin White, Darius Leonard, Blake Martinez, Raekwon Smith. These guys are always just eating tackles, right? Because that's what they do on that defense. You want essentially stacked linebackers to get these consecutive, consistent points. So you're building up. Obviously, you're going to have things here and there where one guy is going to come in and just eat, like he knows. Like his cousin is dating this dude on that team, and he knows when this dude flinches, the ball's coming here. Stuff like that, like from Playmakers off of ESPN. If y'all ever watched that show back in the day, real good show. If y'all never seen only one season, really, really good show.
Is that what they was doing the meth in the bathroom?
Yes, that's the show.
Yes, for sure. Maybe not meth, heroin. I think it was.
Well, really? I don't know what it was, but you smoke it out of
a spoon, right?
Yeah, whatever that.
Yeah, for sure. Heroin. I'm pretty sure that's heroin.
Circle.
I think you can do a bingo game, drug bingo game with this episode.
I think we could.
Oh, shit.
I think we've hit them all.
We haven't even talked about my favorite. That's the crazy part.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't even know what it could be.
No, it's like the number one. It's normal. It's like me, but like we haven't even talked about that because we just went straight to Coke. But whatever.
Guys, real quick, Gabe. Obviously, Nate, I'm asking you, Nate, because you talked about Budda Baker bust, right? In Clark Kent division for Fantasy and Frames, Budda Baker was my first defensive guy that I took, just because I feel like that gap is so big, right? For the secondary, the DB safeties and cornerbacks all get lumped together in DBs, right?
That's unfortunate.
In some of these leagues, right?
Yeah.
So
Sleeper
after
does
Budda Baker, who are you really looking at?
I'm looking at Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams.
Jordan Poyer.
I still, Derwin James, I'll take that chance.
He is that Buffalo secondary. Trey White, man, those guys are monsters out there.
Yeah, that defense is
Poyer,
good.
He is super underrated. I mean, a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves. Just
Oof,
NFL and
he's number 9 for me.
He is awesome, dude. I'm telling you, you're not going to find a safer floor safety. You're just not going to do it.
So
but
are you targeting?
Said, man, for me, I'm only like I got to get Budda Baker, and if I don't, I'm very, very sad.
Are you targeting like defenses that are sorry because they will make more tackles because they'll be on the field more?
Houston Texans, Zach Cunningham, get him.
So
Opportunity.
it
So you
also
are
depends on
it's like
scoring.
volume, right? Like for running back volume.
I like the way he
Yeah, definitely. Volume is key.
So
Just
sorry,
like we
sorry
mentioned,
teams is what you.
You want to find a stud on a shit defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
thinking
like,
in my
middle
head.
linebacker,
Who's the
John
101 right
O'Neal,
now?
Micah
Arizona
Parsons
Cardinals.
is going to be all right, right? Like those
Who's the
guys
101 right now?
101, I think is Darius Leonard personally.
got to be Leonard.
So Darius Leonard, he
He's
does
a game
all this, like,
changer.
so he gets you your like 130 tackle floor like every season, but then he'll get you like 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, couple passes defended. So he gets you your high floor plus a high ceiling.
So that would be a
question is,
ranking.
though,
The
right?
ADP is actually Devin White.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
no,
101
still-
is Devin White.
I still have him in my 2. I still
Devin
have
White's
Leonard
my
number
it's
one.
by
one.
a lot.
Devin White's my number 1 linebacker. He's fast. Y'all see his wheels?
He's
4.3.
Yeah,
He's good.
Yeah, I think he's good. I don't think he's going to be the first. I mean, you got to
So
consider
my
that
problem with
the first linebacker, the first IDP rotates every year. Like it's
You
like
don't want to draft
one of
last
5
year's
guys.
best team.
right.
Yeah.
So my problem with Devin White is he's not going to get 9 sacks again. He's a middle linebacker. Like that's a lot for a middle linebacker. Just like Jamal
Yeah.
Adams isn't going to get 9 or 8 sacks from the safety position. He might, but they let him do whatever the hell he wants on defense. But Devin White, he gets a lot of tackles, so he's still very safe. He's my number 2, but I just don't see him getting the 8-9 sacks. So that's why I have him behind Leonard.
Maybe a better question was who is the 110, like the back end? Okay, maybe because I can probably go Google the top IDP guys. So who is somebody that I don't know that
Fred
I should
Warner.
know? I
Patrick
don't even know
Queen,
who the fuck that is.
Fred Warner, middle linebacker for the 49ers.
49ers.
Yeah.
Devin
Learn something
Bush.
every day.
Mm.
Even at the injury.
I love Devin Bush.
This is
Man.
where people give me. This is where people gives me so much shit, and Nate's gonna know where I'm going right here. I'll take Blake Martinez every day of the week because I know he's not going to give you sacks. He's
like a top 5 guy though.
Oh yeah. I have him way up above 10.
But he's going to give you 140 tackles every freaking year. You can plug him, play him, and let it go. You don't have to. Well, Devin White's not going to give you this, or this guy's not going to give you that.
You're right. Exactly You're absolutely right.
Martinez is going to give you.
It's got a good floor.
The problem with Devin White is where he's being drafted in startups. It has nothing to do with if you've already got him on a dynasty team. You know, hopefully you got him in a rookie draft or something like that, or got him off the waiver wire. It's when you're in a startup and you're taking Devin White in the 4th round, and the next IDP doesn't happen until the 6th. So you're missing out when you could wait. But that's just where everyone's taking. That's where people, they know that if they're gonna get Devin White, they have to take him early. No one's gonna let him drop, but they should let him drop. It's like this weird conundrum of like, you know, even if I'm at the back end of that 4th round, I mean, depending on where my strategy is, and this comes into a lot. I mean, scoring, roster, all of that stuff plays so much into where you draft your IDPs, because with the IDP invitational scoring, we're actually balanced enough that our top linebackers, our top IDPs land in the top 12 of overall players.
Okay.
So that you're taking Devin White probably mid to the end of the 1st round, because of how he scores and how everyone scores. So that's another big thing that you got to take into mind in playing IDP, is looking at the scoring, because like you said, where like crappy defenses, I mean, they do produce tackles, but then if you want guys that are like the big thing in IDP right now is fixing cornerback scoring, because it's always been the worst players. And that's where it came out, like utilizing pass defense and some of those, like interceptions, really hiking up those values, increases the values of, guys that are actually good.
Yeah, like guys like Trey White, like he doesn't get targeted that much, and he doesn't get a lot of tackles because he doesn't allow the ball to be caught. Like he's a lockdown corner. So you jack up those interceptions and the points for
You don't
passes
want your
defended,
quarterback to get tackles,
and then you finally are allowing these lockdown corners to be draftable.
Yeah.
Right.
You want a cornerback to go up and hit the ball, and that's what you want to produce your scoring around that stat for that position. Because if a cornerback is getting a tackle, that means the quarterback threw the ball, the wide receiver caught it, and then the cornerback
he didn't do his job.
Yeah, he's not that good, or he
Yeah.
wasn't that good that play.
Right. So, but yeah, definitely watch your scoring and everything. But for everyone out there watching, like, get into an IDP league, because I don't personally know what it's like to switch from just an offense to an IDP. I started with IDP, so I've been in this since the beginning. But I couldn't imagine playing without it.
Nate, I feel like I'm giving everybody a quote, and I'm going to give you one right now. This is directly at you and everyone who's watching you, because you're phenomenal. And your world, man, your world was created by what you started with, right? You never played just offense. You played both IDP or offense and defense. So the world that you created was a process of your thinking, right? It cannot be changed without changing our own thinking. So other people need to follow that. And that's a quote by Albert Einstein. You don't need to worry about that. Albert Einstein said that E equals MC squared. But I mean, it's way more fun, right? Like for us who play IDP, like you don't just get to run away when your offense goes or switch the channel. Like you're watching these linebackers. And then when you essentially, right, like what Joey said and mentioned earlier, when you watch these linebackers, when you watch these corners, you're watching the offensive guys. Like that helps you when you know your wide receiver cornerback matchups for not only best ball, but like DFS, like, oh God, like who's my wide receiver going up against so-and-so this week at cornerback? I'm definitely not playing him at DFS. That helps. It's a two-way street. So it's the future. It really is.
I totally thought you were going with Bane for my quote there.
DC's not my thing, man. I'm more of a Bendis guy from Marvel.
Gotcha.
How does that work though? Like how you said, so say I have the top running offense, like how does that say, like, okay, I have this linebacker, how do I choose? Let's say if you don't have a plug and play linebacker like the Blake Martinez of the world, like if you have somebody like how do you play the matchups with linebackers? I understand it with corners because you're going to go on against the wide receiver.
Right.
So like if you got a team that's got no quarterback and only a running back, you want the linebackers of the other team.
Yeah,
because they're going to run the ball a lot. Like when you're playing the Patriots and you have Cam Newton behind the center and he's running option all the time, they're running the ball literally 70% of the time. You want linebackers because they're going to be your guys getting all the volume.
If you have a team that's playing Tennessee, for instance, they're going to run Derrick Henry. You're going to
run him into the ground.
You know he's seeing at least 30, 35 carries a game.
So. And you know he's breaking that first level. You know he's getting to the second level.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you're playing full 11 IDPs, your LB3, LB4 is probably going to be streaming. So you're going to be looking for those matchups. You're going to be trying to identify, like Houston last year had Tyson Adams.
Yes, sir.
That came out of nowhere just because of the fact that like his position was, just perfect.
We were playing with practice squad guys last year on our at our linebacker core because everyone was just so hurt. It was ridiculous.
So you watch out for that. You watch out for, okay, so we know that like this guy's come up out of nowhere. He's going to be your waiver wire darling. And then there's always every year 2 to 3 players that are just like league winners that
Tyrell
are identified.
Adams.
Tyrell, thank you. The first or second week. And and that's where you plug into your third or your fourth LB slot. And then you just watch that matchup.
On this in the ID, is it like just whatever defensive players you want, or is it positional? Like you get 2 linebackers.
So what we normally do is so on Sleeper, since they do defensive line, they do linebacker and then defensive back. So you do 4 D line, 3 linebackers, 4 DBs. So it's like you're running a 4-3 defense.
I like it.
It's fun.
Or you can split it out.
Is this league on Sleeper that the free spot or whatever it is?
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood's not paying attention.
No.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. What were you saying?
NWO.
Free League, the listener league, Hollywood. What's it on? What platform?
Fan track?
I think it's on Sleeper. No, I think it's on Sleeper actually. We have.
I just signed up for the
NFL,
little thing that's going across the bottom. I did it, but I don't know if it sent me to the right place because I think I just made an account. That's it. But that's
oh yeah. So just for everyone out there, you're reading it. You go to that, and then you just message us. I have a special URL that I'll send you to get you in, so I can hit you up with that on Twitter.
2 IDPs, baby.
That's right.
Let's go. Hey, what if I come and just take over and become
Puff
like
Daddy,
fantasy football Puff
email,
Daddy IDP?
Do it. It's fun.
IDP is awesome, man. Like scoring is all different. Like it's fun.
So I took over this scoring tool this year.
You never go back.
So that when you play IDP, there's scoring
about
all over the place. Yeah. They're scoring all over the place. Like some people play they score heavy for tackles. Some people score heavy for sacks. So we created a tool at IDP, guys, that gives you you plug in your scoring, and we did projections. So I have over 400 IDP players projected. So once you plug in your scoring, it adjusts the rankings accordingly.
And then I could just listen to this podcast throughout the season.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool too.
Hit us up.
Hey, anytime I'll come back anytime too. I don't.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You might catch me on coke one of these times. You never know.
Well, we gotta wait 5 years.
But that's what I gotta hit it. I gotta hit it. My birthday's on the 28th. I gotta
figure out the cycle.
Yeah, for sure. 3 years. I really want to.
Dang, that's good.
That's pretty good.
That needs to be on a
show.
Talk
about it. Yeah, for sure. That a boy. I really want to do an episode. I don't know how I'm here, but I'm here now. But I really want to do an episode of like recording, but on mushrooms. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
That would be intense, as long as it's a good trip.
Let's do starting lineups. Just mushroomed out, you know what I mean? Just give advice on mushrooms. I feel like, oh man, we'll probably imagine your Twitter comments on Monday. Like if you do that, oh fuck, I told you to start. What's the homeboy name that started quarterback, wide receiver, and everything else for the Broncos because nobody else was able to play?
Oh, I forget his name.
Kevin. First of all, that's a great idea. Sign me up for that. Second of all,
I think it'd be pretty good.
Second of all, Nate, I'm loving the cat, dude.
It was so random. I thought we was going to act like it didn't happen, so I was
rolling with that.
Sure.
Gabe's sitting here. He's like, "Did I actually take mushrooms before this? I don't remember now."
I was like, I seen him at one point without a cat, and then he had a cat. So I was just like, we'll just keep talking, just like act like it didn't happen.
Doesn't let me work very long without petting her.
Nobody said nothing about it, so I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got my dog sitting over here on the couch next to me. He's over here running in his sleep.
Yeah, my dog is looking for attention also.
My dog got bit in the tail by some sort of snake, so it's all swollen right now. He's dumb.
What do you guys do for fun besides fantasy? That's pretty funny.
Wait, say what?
Let's see. I actually have a 71 Chevy pickup that I'm in the midst of restoring.
Very nice.
That's my baby. What's that?
Yourself? You turn rich yourself?
Well, I do all the mechanics. The body work, not so much, but it doesn't really need that much. So all the mechanical I do though.
So hating you right now, Joey.
Oh, that's nice. So this is the best part, right? So my friend's brother, he lives out in Cali, and he's got a pot farm back on drugs. So let's keep going.
Hey,
so
drugs make America go around. Really think about it.
So he had this 71 pickup. It's a California truck, so it's rust free underneath. So he sent it out here and he kept it in his mother's garage. So when he came home to visit, he had something to drive. So he needs soil for his farm out west. And I'm talking to him. I'm like, well, how much do you need? He's like, oh, I need like $3,000. And he's like, you still looking for a truck? I was like, I am. He's like, I'll sell you my truck for $3,000. I said, where do I send the check? I was like,
wow,
dude,
what's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's got a crate 350 V8 with a 5-speed in it, so I drive it on the highway no problem, and it's got a built rear end.
Is it just like the sofa seat in the front?
Oh yeah, bench seat.
Oh golly.
Yep.
I creamed a little bit.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's my baby. It
I'm
needs
with
a little bit of body work, but I got a guy at work who does it because I work at a car dealership. So I know guys in the body shop. So I'm
Really?
like, hey,
Dude, I'm a gear so I used to so y'all know last name is Pinto, right? I worked for Ford Motor Company for over 8 years. No relation to the Ford Pinto back in the day.
no shit.
But yeah, like it was a great icebreaker. I was a fleet businessman, so like
yeah.
I did a lot of business work with companies and stuff like that. Great icebreaker. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Pinto, your Ford guy. I'm not going to blow up this time, right? Blah blah blah. Stupid stuff like that, right?
It's a good icebreaker.
Great icebreaker, right? But man, like those old school trucks, those box trucks, you like, God,
Yeah, man.
$3,000.
$3,000. It's my
My
baby.
dream car is an El Camino. I'm gonna give me one.
Yes.
Ooh,
Doesn't even matter what year.
No,
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Whatever
Y'all the
you
same.
My
want. Yeah,
wife
just
loves El
underneath that
Camino,
hood.
so my wife's like, "You should get an El Camino, honey." I'm like, "I would love to get an El
So
Camino."
bad. They don't even cost that much. You just gotta
No,
find one.
No, they're freaking great too. I love those things.
Mhm. You just
There's
gotta
actually a
find
car show right up the street from me tomorrow. Actually, in Manchester, Nate. There's a car show right on Main Street. I'm like,
It's so crazy that y'all guys have to worry about like rust under your car. I never have to worry about anything. Like
my exhaust,
dude, all
needs to be
winter.
replaced.
That truck goes in the garage from pretty much November, the beginning of November, late October, all the way till about June, till I know they brought the street sweepers in and got that shit off the roads.
Mm,
That's amazing.
Snow is so horrible.
it is.
I actually enjoy it sometimes. I do.
We
No,
had
no.
it here for like a week and it shut the state down. So
We had it for like a day in the highway. We lost our fucking mind.
I'm a New England guy, so
Hey,
I've lived
Sean.
with it.
Sean, my man, I got a Honda Odyssey. I have rocked the Honda Odyssey,
He said
baby.
oh shit! He said my pull-up game's so weak.
I didn't read that last
Oh, I
part.
didn't see that. That's
Didn't read it
hilarious.
either.
For my four
That's
kids.
hilarious.
I didn't read it until I clicked the button, then I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
No,
Oh, considering the
no,
conversation we've
you-
had tonight,
you
come on,
gotta-
that's where you draw the line.
Is that what y'all normally talk about?
That's the least
Ow.
offensive thing we've had.
Y'all normally don't talk about cocaine on the fantasy football
Oh,
show?
doesn't matter. We talk about
I'm just
whatever.
asking because we do it all the time. So I just thought it was like a normal thing. I thought fantasy coke.
Yeah, it goes
Oh,
together.
y'all good, bro. Y'all good.
Dude, shit. I mean, what we just talked about an hour and 40 minutes about it. So,
And you would think I would know a lot about it. I have no clue. Only with like 3 stories, but whatever.
Well,
All right, one last
know-
time.
You
and
know,
then
we
can end it.
understand
One
because
last
it's
one.
only every 3 years with you, man. We get it. You know,
So fun
every 3
story.
years.
25th birthday is when the interval started, right? And so
no, first time.
literally, I was 25.
Hey, when's your
and I-
birthday?
August 28th.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
That's
It's
what I'm
coming
saying. I'm coming. It's in there every 3 years. I'm coming. So pause. But I'm like, but I was saying so I'm like sitting there in the barracks and I'm like about to go home on leave for my birthday. I'm like, damn, like I don't know what I want to do for my birthday. And I had this this girl that worked in my shop with me. Her name was Hamilton Decker. She's up there from like where y'all from, like New England, Boston, some shit like that.
Mhm.
And she was telling me about her cocaine stories, and I was like, damn, man, that just sounds so fun. But like I don't think any of my friends do cocaine, but she was just like, man, you gotta try it. And then like I just had this one bright idea. It was like my 25th birthday,
There you
I'm gonna
go.
fucking do it. Cause she said you don't want to not do it before you die. And I said that makes a lot of sense because I don't want to not do it before I die. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I die,
hard on that one.
Oh, man.
My dying words were, I wish I did cocaine.
like she said, like if you didn't do it and
Put
you
it on the
died, you'd be
tombstone.
pretty disappointed because it's not that bad. And so I was like, I mean, she's still here. She said
So
this is after she told me she did it like last weekend or some shit. I'm like, damn, like we're not even
He
like,
didn't say she's still here.
yeah, she did it like last weekend. I'm always thinking like you do coke, oh, like death is around the corner, or you're gonna be a crackhead. Like that's what in my head, that's what I said. I'm telling you, no bullshit. And then she said she did coke. I'm like, damn, she still is here. So like she did it she did it Saturday. It's fucking Monday. She seems to be fucking just fine. So I'm like, well, shit,
Oh shoot!
I can find the coke. And so I went home and I got this coke. Sketchy place, probably not where she got her coke from, but that's neither here nor there. And so one, it's very hard to find. I thought it would be easy to find. Not that easy. I had to get my homeboy his wife
It don't come
knew
out
a
of a vending
girl.
machine, bro.
Had a baby daddy that sold coke, and
Oh,
like
my
we
Lord.
drove all the way over there, got the
Oh,
coke.
shit.
One of all, we sitting in this car for a long time waiting on him to come out the house. I'm like, dog, I've never been in one of these transactions, but it don't normally take this long.
So you're like,
And I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, and so I feel like we should not be stationary for this long of a time. It could have only been 1 minute, but in my head, we was there way too long. And so, but he came out with it, and then so we got it, and I was like, oh man, they was like, hey, you gotta do a numbie. I was like, what's that? And it was like, you just take your finger and you like put it on your gums. I was like, oh man, what that's gonna do? It was like, I don't know, just make your numbs gum. And he's like, that's how you can tell like if it's good. I was like, all right, shit, I'm here. I paid my whatever money for it. I was like, oh man, my mouth's going numb. So I'm fucking flipping out. I'm thinking this is the greatest shit ever. Like, no, lo and behold, I'm not even doing the drug yet. I'm just got a numbie. And so we get to
He's all Scarface in the back seat real quick.
oh man, I'm going crazy.
he's like,
And so yeah, you see me. And then we get to the apartment and they like, all right, well, now it's like 6 people who've never did this before in their life. We're all just in there like, yeah, we're just gonna do it. And I think we bought like an A-ball or some shit. And like I said before, I still didn't like, if you don't know, you don't know. So you get the little dollar ball, little dollar, and if you fucking roll it up, and if you don't sniff hard enough, the shit's just gonna go in the dollar, and you're gonna be really pissed because now you waste a lot of money. So everybody's in here bullshitting with the coke. We're trying to take lines, nobody know how to do it. And so finally we start taking them. Fast forward, go to the strip club, have an amazing night. I'm like, oh man, I have an addictive personality. I understand this. And I'm like, this costs way too much money for me to ever get addicted. But wow, that was fun. And so my friend said, oh, let's play a joke on Gabe because I know he'll do it. And so they got Alka-Seltzer Plus, right?
Oh God.
This is how the story ends. So they got Alka-Seltzer Plus, right? And I'm like, they say, hey man, we found a little bit more from last night. Like, for real? Damn, I could have sworn we took it all. And so they give it to me. It's like, oh no, it's a little right here. Y'all, I'm like, damn, nobody want no nothing. Nah, I'll be straight. I'm like, well shit, it's still my birthday, like kind of sort of. So so I fucking do like 2 of, by this time I'm a professional line taker because I did it yesterday. So I fucking take 2 lines of fucking Alka-Seltzer. No, not Alka-Seltzer. I'm sorry, Goodies powder. 2 lines of the fucking Goodie powder, right? I'm waiting on it. I'm like, damn man, like nothing's happening yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like trying to wait on it because I like nothing happening in my throat. It was like, I'm not like flipping out. And they like, nah, bro, that wasn't even that. And everybody's like losing their shit, laughing hysterically. I was pretty upset because I said, man, what if I died, bro? Like, if I sniffed Goodie powder and would have died, it would have been that funny. And I made them all feel really bad. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, man.
Jokes on you, assholes.
Man. Yeah, jokes on you, asshole. But if I'm allergic to Goodie powder, bitch. But anyway, that's my first. I don't know how I got here, but.
It's like a Cheech and Chong when that chick sniffs Ajax. You ever seen Cheech and Chong?
Yes, for sure.
She rips the Ajax off the plate.
Rips it. That's how I felt too. It hurt really bad. I said, man, it hurt.
Do that again, Joey. Please do that again.
I don't even. I said this hurt way worse than the last time, but whatever. And then I did it in Colombia, and then I did it all night one night. The last time I did it, that was crazy. I did it like all night for my friend's wedding. Oh man! So we go out. So I go to his car. He's like, "I got this." I never expect him to have this, and so I'm like, "Well, I've already done it. I've already done it before." It's like I can't say, "Oh no."
Like I did it a Monday and a Tuesday.
This is a Friday. Why not? And so, oh man, like he must have had an abundance of it because I went fucking bonkers. I'm gonna send you a picture after this. I'll send it to the DMs, and like we're in a wedding picture, and my eyes are fucking.
I am so dying right now.
Oh man! And so I'm talking about.
First of all, I don't want to hear anybody ever again question me on a show ever.
I actually think I'm being pretty tame right now. That's too funny.
Oh, I love
y'all should come. Y'all got to come to our show.
Definitely.
My eyes are like. Yeah.
Gabe, you got to get me on there, man. I'm having too much
fun
right now. I don't even know what I would. I think I'm just in the backstage. I'll just sit backstage and laugh.
actually we got this thing. I don't know if y'all know. We got a thing. We we fantasy in session, so we do this thing called like fantasy in session. I'm sorry. I really was like in my head that was gonna sound way cooler than what it was, but it didn't even come out as cool as I wanted.
It didn't because you paused and you're like, well, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's like it's the same shit. But anyway, in my head it's like two different things. But like you know how like that you like court is in session. So we pick a topic or whatever. We like get random like guys or analysts or whatever to come on and defend the point. Like last year, not last year, but a couple weeks ago, we had them defend their sleeper picks or whatever. Then a couple of weeks, whatever the fuck it was before then. So we actually got one of those coming up pretty soon. And you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to come on and defend y'all players, that'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Set that up.
Yeah, man, that sounds fun.
For sure, man. I get the details to you guys.
Yeah, hit me up with that. I'll make sure I'm primed and ready for that.
Oh man, I feel like
August 28th though. August 28th, I'll be there.
If you can get cocaine to me before then, it's going down.
You'll see Hollywood get on there. He's like,
oh shit.
Are you coming to? Is it legal in Tennessee?
I don't think it's legal anywhere.
No, I don't believe it.
It is. It is. Was that like Nebraska or somewhere where everything is legal, like Wyoming?
Really?
Then they made like everything legal out there, like Oregon. One of those.
It was Oregon.
Oregon did something.
They made everything legal.
They legalized
no holds barred. Hey, look how much less the crime went down.
Then I'm moving to Oregon. Clearly, I'm on the move.
I feel like
Hollywood just wants to do coke.
My last thing on coke,
I mean,
and I'll leave it at this. I feel like, bro, I shit you not, you really feel like Superman. But that's the best way I can explain it. Like if I could explain it to anybody, like I haven't had a bad experience, so I'm pretty sure it's like
See, that's
bang
awesome,
side of that too. It's a bang side of it.
So
but
Hollywood, if I start seeing you like this on the show,
you really
I know we got a
feel
problem.
like you can run through walls.
You're gonna see me
anything
like
is possible. I can do it. That's what cocaine makes you feel like. Those three things: run through a wall. I can do it. Anything is possible.
I always felt like I had a shit ton of energy, but couldn't concentrate on one thing.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Brain running, you're just like.
But then once you get cocaine, like once you have Adderall, but that's neither here nor there. But we can
You guys talking about speedballs over here.
But that's neither here nor there. I feel like life is not complete, and I'll leave it here on the cocaine. Like until I do it like a movie style, do it off of a girl's, like, you know what I'm saying, breast or something like something exotic.
Or
like,
a giant
tile. Yes.
Hey, I'm
something
down with
out of a movie.
down with that.
And that'll be my last time. That'll be the last time I do it. I feel like that'll be the end of the
You're 80 years old. You're like, it's been 3 years.
Wow. If I could go out like that,
hey, you're like the grandpa in Beer Fest, right? Going out.
If I could go out like that, fucking take me to the ballpark, player. I want to go.
He's got his face in the pile and he's like, shit, I was supposed to go right now, but I'm still alive. He's like, what do I do? Just
keep sniffing. Just keep going, bro. Just keep going. Never
just
stop.
Keep breathing. Just keep breathing.
You have to go really hard, or it's just gonna end up in a dollar bill. Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing, but because I was gonna let it go. But Nate's been shaking his head, agreeing a lot with me, especially about the dollar bill thing. I'm not saying that he might not know, but hey, I'm just saying. Like he
All I
knew
can
what I was
say is
talking
I
about.
can't tell my stories on live on live video.
They
I thought about that after I said it.
Guys that don't talk about the stories.
Don't put my name on here.
We'll talk later.
Don't put my name on here. I just forgot all about that. Like this was live video. Oh man, I was talking to y'all.
They don't call him the boss man for a reason. I'm just saying.
So if my job is listening, like don't. This is all for podcasts. All stories are fictional.
It's all a written script.
I don't even. You know what? I don't think Nate hit record twice. I don't even see it up here. I'm just saying.
It's live.
It's been an hour and 49 minutes of cocaine.
That's not even the beginning.
Not true. It's been an hour and 48 minutes.
We did talk charity tournaments for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if y'all haven't, there's still a couple of spots left for everybody that's listed right now. Black Lives Matter, Fantasy and Session Takeover Tournament.
I'm in. I'm already in.
Mark is NFL Network, ESPN, PFF, all the other FFs and Fantasy Pros, wherever you be typing in to get like advice, it's a couple of those guys in there. So if you want an opportunity to come play against those guys, man, come join a good time.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
If I put you in my league, Mike can like link.
Well, now, so if you bring in an IDP guy into that, like that's like bringing in a ringer, right? Because we're used to playing with 22 guys, and now you've just shrunk everything down to like 10. So
it really should be easy.
Twice as good, yeah.
That's not
actually
true.
I made the rules last year and this year, and I didn't do good. So who knows?
You gotta bend them to your strengths, man.
That's the craziest part about it. Like when you make the rules and you still don't even make the playoffs, it's like holy shit, I must have really sucked because I was like, yeah, I know how I'm gonna draft my team because I made the rules. Shit at the bed.
I can't even right now. Whew.
It was like last year we did Seahawks Dan. He does charity leagues. He does eliminators, IDP eliminators, and
which he needs to fill, by the way.
He does.
Also, this bottle was here when I started.
Oh yeah. So he made me one of the star of one of the leagues, like the owner, whatever you want to call it. So I'm supposed to be the big shot IDP guy in this league, and I was out by like week 4. I was like, oh. Listen to me, guys.
Hey,
I just want to say that
though, I'm not making the playoffs. Keep listening to my show for sure.
I just want to say that Puff Daddy is my spirit animal right now.
I've heard that before. They like to call me their I don't know if y'all watch Harry Potter, but fun fact, I've read all the books and that's the only book I've ever read.
Their Patronus.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I'm like a Stadge.
I like it. I think Hollywood might be the only one.
That's my noise I make. That's the noise I make when I come out the water.
Pokemon earlier. I feel like Pokemon make those kinds of noises and stuff.
Yeah, you know, like when you put the
Jigglypuff.
Pokédex, you know when you put the Pokédex out and like they say, like, what's that sound? That's me. Oh, that's funny as fuck. That's hilarious.
Oh shit.
Hey, what's that Pokemon?
A little white bag next to him.
Yes.
You see a Pokemon and he's like,
hey, you remember Farfetch, the bird that you can carry around the stick, and I'm carrying around my dollar bill with the white bag, and I jump out the Pokeball. Oh my god!
Your finishing move is to like pull some powder out and go into their face.
And then go get it back because it's like, wait, I'm wasting it.
Start whack.
Oh my god. You guys are freaking. Oh, I'm dying. I swear to God, I'm dying.
Don't waste the coke. Don't waste the coke. Don't waste the coke. Oh my
I'm just picturing a Pokemon saying that. Like a
Don't waste
Pokemon puffing cocaine off its competitor.
They just come out as Tyrone Biggums. Oh my god. Imagine Tyrone Biggums coming out of
Pokemon named like Sniffy.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Wanda.
Now we can go high for hours.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh my god. Hey, Joe Rogan, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I smoke crack. Oh my god, bro.
Smoke rocks, Joe Rogan.
I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan. In my line of work,
He's in the aquarium full of worms and newspaper, and he's like, "You guys got any more of these? I'm gonna take a nap."
Y'all, please tell me y'all have ever seen the episode of Dave Chappelle's show. It is hilarious.
Fear Factor with Tyrone
Oh
Biggums.
my
Dude,
god, he said,
If you haven't seen like the unseen episodes, dope right there, man.
in my line of work, I come across penises all the time, Joe Rogan.
You're a fucking werewolf. You gotta wear pants.
All right, man. I'm gonna drink this whole bottle. Stop. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh my god, bro. Y'all are
right.
really funny.
No, let me try. This is why we did it. This is why we did it. I went on a show with Hollywood, and I was like, man, that was fun as hell. Let's just bring this back. Because we did this last year, and it kind of cut short. And we're like, let's just bring it back. Let's just have fucking fun.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Bring people on, get to know their, hidden
Their
talents
animals.
or their, hidden vices.
What if that was my hidden talent? Like I was the best cocaine doer of all time. Like I just came out here and I did like a world record amount of cocaine.
And he's
Cocaine.
selling it. He's selling it in Pokemon balls.
Right? You gotta turn your camera. Do you have a fat head of Gary somewhere in your room?
Oh.
Oh my god! If I just came, that would be so fucking funny, bro.
We've started a new career.
A Pokemon character that does cocaine. That we have to pitch that in some way. I don't know where we can use this at. I don't know if y'all can use a cocaine character on a T-shirt.
Oh yeah, we need to make this happen. I'm so
Pokemon balls.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. And then maybe you can like incorporate it into IDP somehow. IDP Wars.
Just tie it back in somehow.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of defensive players do cocaine. Like so.
You could say IDP's like cocaine. It's highly addictive.
Boom.
For sure.
I feel like you've been working on that, Joey.
Just thought of it.
It is very addictive. Like that's also.
I don't know where you would have got the idea from.
Listen, you got to make sure your money is right if you're gonna do cocaine on a regular basis.
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money. And now the price of this weed is getting out crazy. Like, okay, I'll end it here. Hey guys, if you're listening
right now,
hey guys, if you're listening to this show, stop charging me $80 for a 7. I don't want to pay that.
I stopped smoking weed like probably 8 years ago.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
I know. We'll see. Like,
just legalized it out here.
I know. So this shit was like I had like a nice like smooth indica, nice calm high. Like all the shit that was coming out was like such good weed. I was just like, oh, like people take weed for anxiety, but it's starting to give me fucking anxiety. I smoked weed for like 15 years, and all of a sudden it was like, I don't like you guys making all this good shit. Just give me my nice calm indica. I just want to sit down, smoke weed, and just chill out. I don't want to be like I'm high as fuck.
I like that high. That's the one I want. Yeah, for sure.
Said you gotta look for
my wife's a baker, and she just made edible peanut butter cookies with M&Ms.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
I mean, it's legal now here where we're at, so
sure
we can say whatever.
That's
true.
Sean,
you
gotta look for those
is Sean Tiga a regular of y'all's?
Yes.
What's that? Sean? Oh yeah.
Okay,
Sean,
so y'all got his information.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah. I'll get with Sean after the end of the show. He's too fun. We're get him into the St. Jude Bowl.
Hell yeah.
Nice. There you go.
Sean every week.
He
Sean,
had
drop
something
your
to
Twitter
say
handle on
about
here.
the expensive Coke.
It's really crazy.
Friday.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy. Like I feel like that's the only reason why it's not as acceptable as it is. Because I also learned that it comes from a plant. That's what really got me going. I said, "Hey, it comes from a plant. You just break it down. Sign me up. I'm used to stuff like that.
It's organic.
I'm used to stuff.
Yeah, shit, that's all you gotta tell me.
Hey, organic's healthy, right?
Yeah,
it's true.
Until you put fentanyl in it.
Gabe, my wife is gonna rewatch this later, and she's gonna look at me and be like, "You did all this prep work, all this stuff. You were all anxious about this, and this is what the show came out to be."
Yeah, we went off the rails real quick.
I'm gonna say yes.
It didn't. It was.
I'm sorry, Miss Apakibasig wife.
That's all right.
Listen,
That's all right, man.
Fault. Blame it on
Gabe,
me,
dude.
I had the itch for the Coke.
Oh, it's fine.
I came on this show. I did tequila. They all mixed together.
This was kind of like our thoughts when we started doing the show. We're like, all right, we're going to start talking about fantasy football, and it's just going to go off the rails every single time. Like that was the plan, really. It's like
that's last year.
When you told me like I didn't have to do no research, oh man,
yeah.
I said, I'm just going to drink and we're going to see where it goes.
I was like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, no. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's like no show notes. He's like, do you want a list of all the stuff? I'm like, oh man, no, just come chill, have fun.
Just drink tequila.
Once again, never question me and my methods right now. Ever.
Ooh, don't ever question. He'll just go off on a rant.
See, Hollywood will just pass out though. He'll just be mid-show
on camera.
Fun fact: I was in a circle full of a whole bunch of people at one time, and we were passing around marijuana, and so hey, Hollywood is hilarious, bro. And so I fucking we was passing around marijuana or whatever it may be, and and so I'm hitting it, just regular because I smoke a lot. And so this is probably I'm like 19 at this 21 something.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I can't feel my legs, and I'm hitting the concrete hard, boom. And they pick me back up, and I'm like, nah, it's cool. Boom.
Did it again.
Pick me back up. Nah, it's cool. Boom. And they're like, bro, you gotta chill. So by the third fall, everybody's like, hey, I think he might not be okay. I'm like, no, I'm all right.
He might not
breathe.
be okay.
And so by this point, I'm still living with my mom and stuff. So I had to be really young. And so they're like, oh man, we probably have to call 911. I said, fuck, no, you're not. You gotta call my mom. I said, no, exactly. I said, don't call the police. I'm literally hitting the concrete to the point to where my head is nobody's holding me up, and I just fall. And so my head has
you
now
after two, they'd hold you.
No, they were like, get the fuck off of me, basically. And so I fucking fell, and I'm hitting concrete. Long story short, just say no, kids, because that could have been me. I could have just went to the hospital, but I was like, fuck no, my mom can't find out that I'm fucking dying out here in the streets or whatever.
I've done that once. It was probably myself. We were sitting there, and my friend's sister just came down from Vermont, and she just brought a shit ton of weed, and there was just four of us sitting there and just kept passing the ball around 6-7 times. And then I was just sitting there, just fucking high, and then I stood up real quick. I just got this head rush. I went to take one step, and next thing you know, I'm waking up and my face is against the wall, and I'm on the floor, and they're all like,
yeah.
I was like, let's go, I'm good. So I got up and walked out into the road. I was like, boom again, and I was like, they're like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm really high. That's about it.
It didn't hurt.
Went to the basketball courts, played some basketball, and I was good.
Yeah, I just needed some water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's hot in Georgia. You gotta stay hydrated, man. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Every time I get high, I hydrate.
Well, as much as I'd love to keep talking about this, I have to go to bed.
I've also never did a podcast for 2 hours. Just let that be known. This is a great show. I've never recorded anything for 2 hours. I would have definitely, for sure. On a Saturday.
Yeah.
Chris, Gabe, why don't you guys plug the shit you do real quick?
Shit. I thought we were about to fucking get off. I was about to say.
Oh no, I'm gonna have you plug anything you want. plug your show, plug your charity. Tell us who you are, or get the fuck out of here. Whatever you want to do.
I am about to go do drugs, but it is. That's what's happening. But nah, man, for real, I want to thank y'all for having me on, man. Hopefully, I made a lot of people laugh or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You can find me over there. I don't really follow my Twitter. Puff Daddy is my Twitter, but I don't tweet from there. Long story. But if you go to Fantasy in Session, 8 times out of 10, that's probably me tweeting from there. We got pretty much what I like to call the best game by game breakdown during the fantasy season. We break down every game, tell you basically give you everything that you need to know about any fantasy relevant player during the week. We have 2 episodes. We just recently teamed up with Laquan over at the Real Deal Fantasy Network. So we're partnered with him. Of course, Session Takeover too. So if y'all haven't signed up for that, just signed up. Yeah, man, we just out there just trying to make people laugh. Just do stuff like that. Just have fantasy, you know what I'm saying? Just a different sound and voice, and just make it seem like it's cool. I feel like everybody's like, oh my god, bro. You can't. Everybody's not a big fantasy analyst. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Everybody, these fucking Twitter wars. Oh, man. Bro,
chill.
It's real life out here. Besides these Twitter world, it's so crazy. It's high school.
What's it gonna be
on the internet?
At the Expo.
A whole bunch
Are we gonna
of
have Twitter wars?
No offense. But a whole bunch of sissies. Like, oh man, I never seen you before. Now I see you in real life. Like, oh man, I thought you hated me. No, bro, that's just Twitter.
Yeah,
That's
just Twitter. Oh no, now that I see you and I see you're a lot bigger than me, I'm just no, we're good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck no. Why would I want to do that?
You want some cocaine?
Yeah, let's go to the Airbnb. But
Chris, what do you got going on, Chris?
So,
Oh.
I guess, man, I had, first of all, guys, Nate, Hollywood, Joey, dude, super fun time. Hopefully I can come back soon. Man, this was a cut above the rest. Like you mentioned earlier, a little bit like Rad, but definitely your own style. I absolutely love it. Gabe, dude, man, awesome to connect with you. We're going to have to link up soon, man. I got to talk to you more, man. I had a great time with you.
I got a lot of stories.
For sure, dude. I'm not like Gabe at all. I'm a little bit different. Me and my guys are live every Wednesday at 7:30 Central. We go about 3 hours every Wednesday. We're going to do a little bit more than most people. We put in about 25 hours of research for about 2 days. That way, in this short amount of time, our listeners will get more knowledge than they would have to do. So time is very important, right, Joey? Like, I left my career in corporate sales to spend more time with my daughter because time was so essential to me. I don't want to do extra stuff that I don't have to do. Right. So for fantasy, man, like I absolutely love it. I eat, sleep, and dream it. I wake up. I'm in Texas, so I'm Central Time. I wake up at 3:30 every day. I go to bed at 12 o'clock. I sleep for 3 hours. I have a little nap in the middle of the day. But most of it is just fancy stuff. So I will, if you tune in, you can see behind me, there's a little brain, all that kind of stuff. That's our shtick, right? We're going to give you all the numbers. We're going to give you all the knowledge. We'll give you stats. We'll give you everything like that in a condensed amount of time where you don't have to go find all this stuff. Now, after that, you got to go follow my guys, Billy, Ryan, and Tom. Dudes are phenomenal. Cut above the rest. And our charity, St. Jude Bowl, we second year doing it. We're going to have over 200 people this year. So grand prize this year will be about $1,800 for first place. If you got the chops for it, come on, give it a try. All you guys are invited. Just make it. You don't even have to make a donation. Just come on in. Give us your emails. Let's go. Sean Teague in the chat, man. You got a free entry to it. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Also, you can find me on XTB, Expand the Box Score with Andy Singletary. Thank you, LQ, my dude over there. He's holding it down for redraft. I've got all the IDP stuff for XTB. Obviously not as knowledgeable as these guys are, but I will try to make it a little bit simpler, a little bit break it down. And then these guys are my favorite IDP analysts. So favorite analysts. These guys up here. You can find me charting at FTN. I don't know how to do this right there. FTN charting for games, things like that during the year. And then obviously the fantasy first rounders, man. That's my pride. That's my pride and joy. So come find us, come follow us, man. We're pretty strong. We're pretty big. There's only 4 of us. So be a fantasy first rounder. Let's go.
Oh yeah. I want to say thank you for joining us,
you
boys.
only sleep 3 hours?
That's tough, man. I need
cocaine would help with that.
It would. So I was in the corporate world for the longest. Corporate world, and I commuted to work for an hour and a half every day. So it's just my thing.
Drugs are mine.
I love it. Well, boys,
I just
thank you again.
Say that Puff Daddy said he only had 2 or 3 stories, and it wound up with 20. Love that.
but those, they all came together though. It was like,
you know what though? You say it's every 3 years.
He's like J.R.R.
Don't get me started because I got one more that'll probably
trilogy.
make everybody laugh, but I'm not sure.
You say it's like every 3 years though, and we just had like 20 stories. So how the fuck old are you?
I'm 31 this year. But I've only did cocaine like in those stories like 3 times. Yeah, I did it all night. Yeah, for sure. This one time I was insane.
We gotta have one more, right? To send off?
Okay, well, this one time I was in Spain and it was like a whole bunch of people there. And I don't know if you've ever been overseas, but they don't have strip clubs over there. They're called something else. And so this one time we like over there, whatever. And this dude, like we're in there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody having a good time. It might have been cocaine there, might not, whatever. Hey, okay, but also, do y'all believe in this? It don't count if it's not in America.
Yeah, it don't count.
All right, there we go. I mean, like,
international story?
No federal taxes.
It's-
But anyway. But we over there and this dude is whatever we have. So his girlfriend is there, whatever, and she is trying to be the girlfriend of the night. So she buys her boyfriend at the time what she perceived to be a private dance. And I don't know if she knew what the location might have been at the time. But fucking, so she's like, damn, where's he at? And everybody's fucking by this time, whatever your vice is, you're laughing hysterically because everybody knows where he's at. Oh man, he comes out of the back room and it's a roaring stand of ovation as if he's won the Super Bowl. And so eventually his girlfriend I don't know why this was the story I chose, but eventually his girlfriend finds out what she just paid for essentially. And she cries. And then we had a man overboard, but she wasn't man overboard. She was just hiding in the laundry room and she didn't want to be found because she was embarrassed. So I say all that to say this, kids, if you're ever paying for a private dance for your significant other, you should make sure that all they're doing is dancing and that you're in America. That had nothing to do with anything but
I don't care what anybody says, this has been the most informative fantasy show ever.
Literally, that was the craziest thing I ever seen. Like you would have thought he was like a UFC fighter coming out of like the back, like how they come down the tunnel, and like people were cheering him, and the look on her face was so. But I don't want to laugh at her misery, but she was not the nicest person. So I don't know if like she had it coming, like what. Yeah, so like moral of the story, if you're a bad person out there, guys or girls, make sure when you're paying for your partners to have fun that they're not going to have it with anybody else because karma's a bitch.
It is.
And somebody will have sex with your significant other and you'll pay for it. So you just got to be careful. Yeah. It's a crazy world out here, man. Crazy world.
It's straight up Fruit Loops, man.
Hey, shit comes at you fast. Because I'm pretty sure she thought she was gonna have pain that night, but I shit you not, she didn't. So yeah, man, that's just a little bit of the stories I have, but whatever.
We're gonna have to hear more of those stories another time. I need more
off camera.
Oh, for sure, man. I hope my boss never listens to this, but whatever. I just fixed computers. I can find another one.
My boss is listening. He's up there in the top left-hand corner, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boss.
Oh man,
we'll have words after.
Yeah.
I have so many stories. We should just have a show. Just let me talk. Just get me on tequila and just let me go. Because they never want to let me talk on my show. It's so crazy. I'm the host. But I never get to talk.
They never let me talk on my show.
I'm gonna stop, man. I love them guys. Shout out Javar, shout out Antonio and Carlos. I'm pretty sure if they were watching, they definitely didn't watch the whole 2 hours. So
they were like, they got like a half hour, and they're like, "What the fuck, man?"
I told him not to go up there and talk about coke. I knew he was gonna do it, and look what the fuck he did. Sorry, guys.
Wormhole. We went down a wormhole.
All right, Joey.
All right, man. Yeah, we can wrap. I'm just talking, but I'm waiting on him to wrap it.
All right. I want to say thank you all. Thank you guys for joining the IDP Lounge. Make sure you go sign up at the fan tracks for the IDP guys best ball. Other than that, Nate, you got anything else you want to plug at the end?
Don't do drugs.
Besides your nose.
Don't do drugs. Make sure you keep watching because you never know what's going to happen on the IDP Lounge. We might be talking about drugs. We might be talking about strippers in Amsterdam or fantasy football. With that,
we got it all.
Peace out, everybody. Make sure to hit that link and hit us up for the
I can remember when Dan got on me and somebody for talking about drive-through strip clubs, but that ain't got shit on this.
Oh man.